I didn't unmute on XSplit. I'm so sorry.
Fixed?
Deg, go again.
Try again.
Shauny has now unmuted us, so I'm going to do my intro again.
Sorry.
Hi everyone, welcome to the RuneScape Friday up. You've thrown me off. I did a really good intro, please trust me everyone. Welcome to the Friday update live stream. We're the Eternals. This is Mod Shauny. And on screen right now, along with us in the corner, is Shattered Worlds, which we've been working on for the last,
Couple of months?
5 months
Since
now?
December, yeah. We started in December.
Yeah. I'm Mod Deg, and joining me,
Moderator.
Mod KOC.
Mod 2.
and Shauny is running around.
It's fine. The music's got to die.
Ditch the music.
Okay.
Music's dying. The chat's saying the music's dying. It's dying. Okay, sorry. Right, I do apologise, everyone. Having a bit of fun because I wanted to go a bit awesome with the setup, which means that involves bringing the team down who wanted to volunteer to come down in their free time and just have a bit of fun. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun with this. So obviously, first of all, we are inside the hub, which I believe, well, do you guys want to take us through where this hub is and how players can get to it from Tuesday?
Do you want to take an open of the world map so players know where they've got to go?
Yeah, so this is directly south of the Olympic Freighter.
So even though we're in the free-to-play area, Shattered Worlds is a members update. If you're on a free-to-play world, you can come in, you can talk to some people, and you can sort of get some information about, the update. But you can't play, you can't use the
portals to get in.
Yeah, or the brand
or the facilities, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you can't just mine down there and then go to the bank if you're free to play, of course.
Or get some mad rune crafting XP at the war roll.
So obviously the question comes, why Lumbridge Swamps, first of all? Why here? Gotta be ready for this stuff, man.
Looks good.
I think the idea was to make it discoverable. Because it's quite obvious when you walk up here, it's like, what the hell is this massive place? You go speak to Keaton Descartes over there, who is our intro head honcho guy. And he'll be like, yo, this is Shattered Worlds, come play.
So yeah, we have the Abyssal Knights here, so...
oh god, your character looks
yeah.
so obnoxious.
It's great, isn't it? It's great. I deliberately decided to make it obnoxious for the stream. Particles, man. So we're going to even hide the screen just so you can see more of it. There you go.
I think we just bombed a little.
I wasn't prepared for that.
All right, so do you want to talk us about, so let's say, for example, I remember seeing a question which is like, why are the White Knights not here? Why does it have to be the Abyssal Knights? Like, why are these here?
The Abyssal Knights are a new organisation. They are a... what's the word? Anyway,
conglomeration.
Sure. Of the Temple
Alliance.
Sure. Of the Temple Knights and the Void Knights.
Coalition.
I think we're good, man.
It's going to be a very fun stream, ladies and gentlemen. Yes?
So yeah, quest spoilers, mute your mic for 5 seconds if you've not done Void Stairs Back.
Good notice.
Yeah, Temple Knights and Void Knights have teamed up before, and basically they've teamed up again here to form the Abyssal Knights.
Alright, so to our left, you would have seen on the minimap, we have our banker. We also have a shop, but we'll be going into that later on after we've kind of had a bit of fun. So you would have seen the news post, it would have had some of the rewards on there. However, we are going to be going through pretty much all of the rewards here on stream, and some of them might surprise you, and we'll have to wait and see. And so we have 2 portals here. Do you guys want to take us through?
Get the camera nice and low so you can
there we
get
go.
Good. There we go. That
there you go.
great.
How about that? What have we got here, Deg?
These are 2 portals into to Shattered Worlds. I feel like maybe that we should mention what Shattered Worlds actually is, because I think we've kind of got the assumption that everyone knows that. It's a brand new, coming on Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday. Combat minigame for RuneScape, Safe Death. You're going to have randomly generated environments full of monsters that you have to run through and you have to kill. But the twist is, as you go through, you collect mutators that change your gameplay. So some of them could be something very small, like, food is just worth less. And some of them are, enemies explode, summon zombie chickens. You have infinite adrenaline, things like that.
Every tile is stunning you.
Yeah. The floor is basically lava. Stuff like that to make the gameplay a bit more wacky, a bit more interesting. And the difficulty scales up the further you go. So I think Shauny's probably going to show us in a second the selection screen, but there's kind of a difficulty point for everyone, and the further you go, the much more rewarding it gets.
So, well, you can see here we actually have, it'll pull in your presets you have on your account, whatever they may be.
Yeah,
so
these are your bank presets.
if I really want to, I can go in with my cooking outfit, sure. Not too sure if that's a good idea, but anyway. But we also have these two little boxes here, which is Equip Me. I'll just hover over it so you can see the tooltip for a second there. And also Feed Me. So what are these? What was the idea behind these two? Is it just to give players a chance to get started with this?
So Equip Me is basically there for super low level players who want to play and they don't have any gear or their gear's crap. So that gives you gear suited for your level up to tier 60. It gives you hybrid armor and dual wield for all 3 styles.
And then Feed Me. How does the food?
Food is the same. Just if there's any space in your inv.
What's the highest? So how does it scale?
It throws up to. So it's based on your. So the armor is defense level, the melee weapons are your attack level, and so on and so on. The food is based on your constitution level. So
it goes up to.
It goes up to tier 60 as well.
Yeah.
Did this say Hazelmere at the bottom? No, it did not say. Did not say Hazelmere at the bottom, Shadow.
To do the highest tier of difficulty, well, the higher tiers of difficulty, because the highest is kind of way off. You would want to bring in your own gear. You'd want to bring in your tier 90 equipment. You'd want to have it all augmented and perked up. But if you're doing the low level stuff and you don't want to have to pay for degrade costs, you don't have to pay for your consumables. This is an option to sort of let you have a go without having to break your bank.
So you mentioned it was safe death. Obviously, I assume divine charge is being lost, and any consumables you take in there will go as well.
Yep. So what you use up is used up. But
sure.
If you die, your armor won't degrade additionally. You won't have to pay any reclaim costs, nothing like that. You'll still get rewards as well, even if you die, but you'll get a little bit less than if you'd gone all the way.
We'll go into the orange portal later on. We're going to use this as our starter. So as you can see, this is what you'll see when you go in on the game update on Tuesday. Just to clarify as well, there is no comp or trim recs with this. That's correct.
Nothing.
No, nothing at all. There you go. So this is what you'll see when you first go in. So when you start, you get a place of a mutator to choose from. So. Well, you can have a choice. You can if you're in the higher levels, you can have a vampiric and then combine that with soul split for even more heals. A bit more anima, which is the currency that Shattered Worlds is using. We'll get into that later on. And then also something called Feeling Pumped,
That's a good one.
Which you can get unlimited adrenaline for the next 10 seconds if it procs, of course.
Yeah.
That's a buff icon when it happens, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's true.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Of course I are, Shauny.
I didn't just say buff icon because I've been involved with it. It's all about communicating to the players with the right things.
Yeah.
There's at least 4 buff icons that we've added with Shattered Worlds.
Oh,
there you go.
It's up to
can you filter them?
watchers to guess them.
I don't know.
Can you filter them?
Yeah. Probably.
I'm judging.
We'll find out on Tuesday.
You'll notice these all have green borders as well.
Yeah.
So you'll always get a positive mutator on the first world.
But there are ones with different border colours.
Ah.
So red ones are probably bad for you. And the cyan ones are might be good, might be bad, depends on your situation.
All right, I'm going to choose Blood Money so we can kind of talk about the currency a little bit as we're killing the enemy. So there's something something I really like just from playing this very quickly. First of all, the environments are absolutely gorgeous in this. There are, I believe, 7 different tile sets, as we call them.
Yep.
And they all have different environments around them, and you can see that this is just
You might think of them as biomes if you play Minecraft or any of those other sort of games.
It looks pretty awesome. And this is just one of the skyboxes of 7. I'm a massive skybox fan anyway, so it's very, very pretty. But sorry, go ahead.
So there's one skybox, but the lighting changes it massively.
You've ruined one of our tricks!
I know, right? But you'll see when we move on to another world, it'll be like,
it looks completely
that's
different.
Totally different.
It still looks completely
So something I want to make reference to is, obviously, because we're on World 1, and the monster is pretty much weak as all hell.
Of course it picked Dagonoth that looked terrible.
And something I like right here is you actually have a way of tracking your max hit as well. So what was the idea behind that? So I like that, by the way. I think that's really cool. The max hit.
Did
you do that?
I implemented that because I don't know.
Because it's cool, right?
It's cool. I mean, people like seeing big numbers and they wanted to track how. I mean, that is your max hit ever, right? I can't read that.
Yeah, it is.
Max hit ever.
That is your max hit ever. So I mean,
do you want to talk about this as well?
When you get to the end screen, there is a bunch of stuff that we're tracking as you're going through Shattered Worlds, which is just a nice thing to see, I guess.
Do you want to talk about the little, these little wonderful things? By the way, I love that. How it picks up for you. That's so cool.
So that's the reward currency. That is Shattered Anima. So basically, the premise behind Shattered Worlds, narratively, is that every time anyone has teleported, it's gone, quickly jumped into the abyss and then back out again. That makes a little hole in the fabric of reality, so like little bits
shield?
of anima gets pulled in.
That's
one of the side objectives.
Oh wow! Okay, first time. Perfect. Okay.
Side objective.
So,
nice.
do you want to take us through this before I attack it?
Sure.
Destroy the shield you know you want to.
We're gonna pause the abyss explanation.
I'm sorry. I apologise. I just happened to see the shield because I've not seen this before.
If you smash that shield, you can grab the relic inside.
Sure.
And then
if you take
it
to
spins.
yeah.
Well, hold
We've
on.
got some
I'm a bit full on my inventory.
You should find-
There you go.
So this side objective, there are 3 altars somewhere in that. There you are. They're right there. You got quite lucky because they're quite close to each other.
And then
So you got 3 options here.
So I can only use this on one of the altars.
yes.
So we have the instant anima,
So that gives you straight up reward currency.
the restoration.
So
that
you
converts all of the anima that you gain for the next X seconds, I think it's 30, into life points instead of anima.
Okay, cool. And then the
boosted
anima
is just like a plus 50%.
So, yeah.
I don't know what it ended up being at.
if you can.
Is it?
I think it actually is plus 50.
Probably
It's
plus 50%.
for-
Okay,
30
can I just mention as well? I spinning drops. What even? Like, since when has this been a thing? Like, that was a spinning drop.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
That's-
We've got tricks, mate.
That's cool. Anyway, so we just sacrificed. I just sacrificed in this so we can get that anima.
Yeah.
Did you get instant anima?
Yeah, it was instant.
If you went for the other ones, you could have had a buff bar.
What have I done to my character's attire? No, let's not talk about that.
So one other thing I feel that bears explaining from what we just saw there is on some worlds, it doesn't happen every time, we spawn what we call a side objective, which is a totally optional sort of mini event that you can go and you can complete. And if you do, you'll get a bonus. In this one, you get to choose between 3. In most of them, it gives you some reward currency straight away. They sometimes have other effects. And it's just something it's always off the critical path. And as I said, you don't have to complete it, you completely ignore it. But they, especially on higher worlds, tend to have pretty worthwhile rewards. So it's just something to reward you for keeping an eye out for them.
Yeah, you can search, just to answer your question, if any, I just showed you there. I'm going to talk about this interface very quickly. So we have our main objective, which you can see up the top there.
So
probably might be better for you to look up there so you can see it better, as a FYI, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also have the anima icon, which you can mouse over, which I believe gives you a total amount of anima ever earned as well.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
So there's 3 stats there. One is obviously this run. What you got available is what you got available to spend in the shop.
That's
which
between
obviously goes down as you buy things.
Of course.
And then total is your lifetime of anima.
And then, of course, we have our mutator bar, which very kindly gives you a little bit of a description as well when you do it. Someone mentioned about Iron Man. How are Iron Man affected by this content?
Iron Man can do everything.
They can do everything.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect.
No limitations on Iron Man here.
Also with this interface on the top left, we can make a smaller version.
Minimized version.
So
For people
you
that
go. Beautiful
so
animation as well.
So the green icon and the red icon are drop downs. So that has all the positive buffs you have and all the
And I've
negatives.
not got any negatives yet.
And then to the right of that is your most recent one.
Yes.
And what is that there?
That's
your current
miscellaneous.
world.
It's the current world. That makes sense.
That's your current world.
Yes. So, do we want to bring the time? Okay, well, do you want to bring the time into this as well? I'm going to try and speedrun now for a reason.
Well, if you are very, very quick.
Buff icon time. Let's do this. Give me some buff icons.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Let's get some
Beautiful.
buff icons. Go.
If you are very, very quick, then you will advance multiple worlds in one go, which is kind of our method of trying to speed you up. If you're a max level player and on release day, we didn't really want you farting around killing level 10 monsters for hours. We want to quickly get you to the high level monsters without having to just completely ignore the content. We want you to have a chance to sort of learn it on the easier ones.
Yeah.
So if you complete a world in about, I think it's 1 minute, maybe
Something like
less.
that.
Under 1 minute. Yep.
Yeah,
Is
you'll-
the best one.
Skip.
Oh, I have
three
to
worlds?
drink
Skip
from the
three
I have to
worlds.
kill the ghosts. I got another
have to.
side objective.
So this is-
go.
Get me out of here. Oh, the surge is real.
Just murder him, man.
Oh, I just chose a negative. So yeah, I chose a negative, but you can see in the chat that my quick clearing of the world means I've skipped 2 worlds as a result of it. But if I've done it in World 1 and done an incredible amount of time, then you go straight to World 5, for example. You don't have to rush click when you click the exit. It will do it. I just rush clicked because I was a dummy.
Yeah.
So this is one of the negative mutators, which you can see. If you stand on them, they will deplete your summoning points, then your prayer points, and then your life points. So it's nice to have restores, I guess, in this case.
and the glowing orbs.
You work on
These
charge,
are the
yeah.
charged
Charge,
mutator.
I love this thing.
You pick
so
them up.
good.
When you pick up a few of them, it will send out a.
Smash over this. Deals damage to surrounding NPCs and damage is increased for multiple stacks.
Yeah.
And there's a time limit as well.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
so it wears
Yeah.
off after time, but
Gotcha.
But if you
the
keep
time is
picking them
fully
up, it'll
restored
keep
when
refreshing
you
it.
pick up another one.
So pick up as many as you can.
Yeah.
This is one of probably the more powerful ones.
I'm not going to say what my favourite is.
I know what my favourite is.
It's
Right.
not charged.
Should we go back to the Abyss explanation that we started?
Yeah, we should.
You could do a recap on how that explanation
I
began.
can. So whenever anyone in the universe teleports, they have to
Damn, Scott.
jump into the abyss and out instantaneously, which makes a little tiny tear in reality, which anima can seep through. And so over the history of everything ever, all this anima seeped into the abyss and has kind of coalesced into, like, the abyss has seen what the universe has and kind of reconstructed itself. So all of these NPCs, like, they're not actually Dagonoths and they're not actually White Knights. It's just like, that's cool, and the creatures have kind of morphed into them. So that's the basic explanation as to why Swords exist.
Can you take familiars in here?
Yes,
You can bring familiars
you
in.
Bring
absolutely
your
can.
pack axe, etc., etc.
Yep. I would suggest a combat familiar, but if you're, scared you're going to get hungry, you could bring your.
All right, so we've reached our checkpoints.
You
So
have.
there's a checkpoint every 5 worlds, I believe.
Yep.
5
Yes.
worlds. It used to be 10, didn't it?
did.
What was the reason of bringing it back to 5?
We felt like the gameplay slashing length was too long. So if we had 10 worlds, it felt like I sort of had to commit to, particularly on a harder world, like 20 minutes of gameplay in one go. Whereas we've got 5, 10 is sort of a lot more manageable. You can sort of more easily drop in and drop out of that, rather than having a whole sort of 20-minute commitment. Is kind of it's a lot.
Shadow, we'll get to a co-op question later. I know you kind of tweeted out that it's somewhat there and so on, but I think we can take more time to explain that later. That's okay?
There was one question I did see a minute ago.
By all means.
They asked about do you need to hybrid? All of the monsters in Shattered Worlds have no weakness. They have equal effectiveness of all combat styles, so there's no need for you to bring switches for multiple styles. Just pick. Very different. Just pick your favorite equipment, pick your favorite combat style.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Effectively, all the monsters are the same with different skins, but then scale with your worlds.
Yeah.
What is the highest world you can get to?
No.
So,
4,000.
strictly speaking, 4,000 exists.
Okay, if we're looking at it, so from how far do you reckon players can get?
So I would be very impressed if you finished 150.
Do we know what the highest internal one was?
Shauny, what was your high score?
I did a 120. I just about did a 120. Just did a 120.
121 to 125 or
120 to 125. Just by the skin of my teeth. We'll get into scaling actually in just a moment. So let's talk about the checkpoint here. So we've just done our first 5 worlds, and now permanently our status is gone. We can go from 6 to 10 if we want to
so
when we come back.
You can start from World 6 now.
Can you kind of carry on? So you can leave this and then carry on and get more from it?
Yeah. So you can choose either I've finished here, I want to take my reward, and I'm done, or you can choose to continue and keep going. Now, if you cash out early at this point, your reward is the same as if you do another world and you die. That reward is safe, and there's no benefit for sort of risking it.
Sure.
And in fact, you don't risk
You're
it.
not risking
We
it.
didn't want that. We wanted kind of the opposite of Telos in terms of rewards for this.
Do we want to open this, or shall we carry on?
I
It's
think
going to be
carry on.
Let's carry on
it's
so
going to
it
be
looks bigger
it's going to be a bit blare, isn't it?
So notably, there is a bank chest there as well. So if you want to restock between checkpoints,
Is it a bank chest or deposit chest?
it's a bank chest.
Good.
I love the exam. Can I just say the exam text for these? Who did the exam text?
So you got Mod Pie to blame for those.
So,
he helped out briefly and updated.
Take the
those
red
for us.
portal and you stay in this world and you see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
So the blue portal just goes back to the hub, and the
We
red one continues your run or starts a new.
we
run.
will open it, and by the way, it's pretty awesome. I actually love what you guys have done with this.
Do we want to show
So
the loot?
I'll do another quick 5 and then
How
we'll go for
about
it. Oh,
we cash out here, we'll
Okay.
show this chest,
Okay.
and then we can show a much harder difficulty. Show that it gets a
And
little bit
cash out
difficult.
later.
sure. Everyone knows the reference from the exam text. All right, here we go. So here's our chest. We'll open it, and I'm going to hide the game here just so you guys can get a better look at this. So we'll open it.
You need to say-
I might have broke it. There we go. That's fine.
Don't say that.
So obviously,
Oh.
So imagine, obviously, you've just done your 60 to 65. You're going to do it. You're going to get an absolutely crazy amount of anima from this. And this is just 1 to 5 as an example. So if you're going on a crazy run, it's going to be pretty cool to see. I should mention as well, the anima is on the currency pouch. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, let's just show that very quickly in minigames.
I think you should probably favourite that.
Let's favourite
that's one of your favourite currencies.
Sorry, Techie. Raids has been good fun, but now it has to be an anima.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least my update's been replaced with my update.
All right. So yeah, question in the chat again. There's no comp-recs with this.
Yeah, no comp-recs whatsoever.
Should we repeat that once every 10 minutes?
We might have to keep repeating that, yes.
That's fine.
All right, so we'll return back to Gilano, and then we'll set our max a little bit higher.
Here's the stats that Moderator.
I love this. This is so cool.
Primo.
Can I close? Can I close and do it again?
Yes.
Yeah. There we go.
You can enjoy that as long as you want.
So there's some global stats here, which is your maximum ever hit, which is nice. Obviously, the max hit you've ever taken as well.
Yes.
So it's pretty hilarious to find out.
There's the flip side of each of the stats. So there's like the damage you've given and also the damage you've received. Just because it breaks it up and shows a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Obviously, if you've done a crazy world where it's like you've done 100, 105, those numbers are going to be astronomical in that sense.
Yeah, and so you can see the world started and the world ended as well. So if you just decide to carry on doing it, then you could get a good screenshot if you come from like world 1 to 100 in one session. Without
I do believe as well, I didn't quite see it there, but maybe because I've already done it on this account, there's a bonus for each highest world you get to, isn't there?
Yes, so every time you complete a world for the first time, you get a bonus reward for, as a sort of a boost to help get you to the first thing that you want in the reward shop, and to sort of encourage you to keep going and try new harder things.
All right, so we're gonna set our world here.
Max world reach.
One number. Choose 100.
207.
101.
Let's go
50. Let's go 50.
Okay.
50 sensible.
So let's do a reminder. The NPCs on World 1 had about 900 to 1100 health.
Yep.
And of course they didn't hit as much, they don't got as much defense, etc.
Like level 10 or something.
Let's see what 50 is like then, shall
It'll
we?
actually be 46.
46, correct. Good point.
Thank you.
Should have set it to 50, 55.
51.
Or 51, yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
All right, let's do this. We will go higher and higher just so you can see how far this goes. I'm not going to try and do this because it's going to take forever. But, well, there we go. So we're up to 5k. So the scaling will go, essentially what it's meant to do, or what I found out from playing it myself, is that you will feel like an absolute badass if you're a high level, going through, doing your skips, getting through it. But as time goes on and you get to more worlds, you slowly begin to lose a bit of that momentum and then slow down your progress a little bit. So you can see we're up to 5k here and we're only on world 46. We can go up to 4k worlds.
I mean, we can't, but technically that would potentially be possible.
You can see like the max hits and stuff that I'm setting right now, which is nice. I love that. I think that's just a cool little stat to have, like a little max hit. It's cool. I'm not saying that like it's like a suck up thing. I think it's genuinely really, really cool.
One of the things I like about having the end screen is that you can sort of no. Well, when testing, yes, I did like that feature. But in actual play, I like seeing the point at which the damage from mutators overtakes the damage from weapons.
Oh, on the stats.
Like when you get to like world 100, like the explosions are massively out hitting you.
Right. Okay. Look, everyone in the chat, we're not going to do 4K, but we're going to do something quite ridiculous. Just so you can understand why we want to do 4K. There's a reason for that. We will carry on.
Oh, what someone's just mentioned there. What someone saying dem XP drops though has reminded me that you can complete a Slayer task here as well.
Yeah, so we'll
Slayer
we'll get into rewards.
Oh well,
no,
that's not related.
No, now you're the one spoiling that one.
Yeah,
sir.
now you're jumping ahead.
Yeah, so if there's elves,
stick around, you'll hear about something to do with Slayer.
If they're around like elves, like I've got the Slayer elves task, and you come across elves and kill them, that will go towards your Slayer task as well. So I'm just going to try and speed this up a little bit, just so you guys. So we've done 50. What should we do next?
207.
No.
Right.
Can I do
one that we can accomplish? You said you've done 120. Let's go to 100.
Okay.
That's closer, and you've got the pressure of being on stream.
Just to clarify, the reason why that number is so high is because we've just gone from our highest to.
So you've got all of the one-off bonuses for every world below 46 in one go right there. So you've got a massive number.
Someone mentioned that if you skip worlds, you get the highest world bonuses for them as well.
Yes, you do.
Okay, good. So we've got some of the power growers is interesting. Okay, so we're going to try and skip through this a little bit here, only because I would want to see what did we say? 121, wasn't it?
If you want to try that live on stream, I was going to suggest
I'm not gonna
100
try
something
it.
you can accomplish.
Oh, the anima's unreal. Goodness.
Someone asked, can you retry the worlds you die in? Every time you hit a 5th world, you get the checkpoint. You can start from that checkpoint.
So if you died at, let's say, 124, you have to go back to 120?
Yep.
121.
Oh, 121, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just done 50, 46 to 50. Let's see what we get from just that, I guess, from an anima.
You'll if you observe closely from the floating text that comes up,
You'll
It
see
does go a bit
difference
quick.
in numbers.
Yeah, so we'll try and see what we can see here. 10k, 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 20k.
Ooh.
Jeez, okay, that's 50k.
Yeah. So from doing World 1, you were seeing some 1s and 2s, maybe a 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for it to get much
big.
larger.
So there you go, there's some of the damage as an example.
Or is there total anima on this
4.5
bit?
million.
Or I
4.5.
just asked for something that's not
But
there?
that's the one that bonus. It's the one that bonus.
That's including the one bonus, yeah.
Alright, what did we say we were doing again, sorry?
101.
101.
Yeah, go to 101.
Sure. So we were about 5k HP when it was 101. We will get to the rewards, don't worry.
You do get weapon XP as you get combat XP. You can do all of your invention leveling in here if you like.
Right. We got 10k, so we're slowly 10k, 10.7, and we're on World 100s. And now I believe you can see the damage.
Now you're starting to take
So yeah, you
damage.
can see the damage here. I'm just going to put on max HP so I don't absolutely annihilated. Oh, it doesn't work on. I need to. There you go. All right, there we go.
Just
You've
stand
got,
in the
you've got a
green-
handy zone of
Oh yeah, I've got a handy
restoration.
zone. Oh no, don't leave. Stand in the zone.
Panic, man.
So one of the mutators Shauny has picked is Zone of Restoration. So these green orbs that we've got is if Shauny
let's do
stands in
this.
there, he'll
There we
get
go.
a nice amount of HP back.
Hit me,
It's the
people.
reverse
Let's
Except
see.
he's just decided to cheat instead of using the helpful thing that will do the same.
But I want to see the damage they do. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of deflecting off. But you, at the higher world, you probably don't want to aggro. There's something I'm going to bring up later. But when I was doing a specific part of Shattered World, when Mod Chaos was with me, I did something I should never do
That
again.
was hilarious.
Um,
what you've
which-
done is this, which is walk in the middle of like 20 enemies.
At like a very high scaling mode, and I got absolutely ruined. So at 101, I think it's at 100, it starts getting crazy scaling, right? Is that correct? Is that where the scaling starts to get
It does
more and more?
exponentially ramp up.
Exponentially match it. Okay, cool. How much is that potato? Don't really have a value on that one, unfortunately. All right. Why don't they fight each other? You explained, right? They're not actually.
Yeah, they're all
what they are.
abyssal creatures that have taken on the form of things that they've
been
observed.
imprinted.
Yeah, it's the anima that's come in as everyone's teleported around the
Right.
universe.
All right. Tom, what did you say? 207,
Yeah.
wasn't it? 207.
Oh, look at that animation.
Are you proud of your work?
Yeah,
That's
man.
good.
I'm glad that you are.
All right.
Thanks.
So what were we at? Like 10.7k HP, wasn't it? At like 100. So we'll go to 206, 210. Let's roll. Let's see what HPs we have
You
here.
didn't want to pick that one. No, you
I can't even attack them. I got
So
attack.
yeah,
I
you've
got combat
you've got
settings
your
on.
left click.
There you go.
not on.
Oh yeah, that's
There we
based
go.
on his combat settings.
Yeah, so look, this is so that's 21k, and then the damage is starting to come in. Now, obviously, for people who are very familiar with high streak and Telos and so on, they might not even find this a problem. But the issue is that the moment you AOE, you're going to start getting hit hard, and you can see here. And obviously, I'm not using any protection prayers, which would make things a little bit different. But there's all different kinds of attacks, as you can see. Bit of mage, bit of range. Yeah, it gets a bit dangerous. Let's put it that way.
But it's safe death.
Yes,
It's safe.
that's a very good point. Now, this is a reason why
Dangerous
it is
within the context of Shattered Worlds.
So yeah, there's a reason why this is safe death. So you will get to a point where you're gonna you'll have to focus on one NPC only at a time to try and just bring them down a little
Eventually.
bit. Yeah. This is located in the south of Lumbridge Swamp and is released on Tuesday. Okay, now I'm just gonna go up to ridiculous numbers. We're gonna go up to 500 now. Let's do this, just so we can
Give the
see
people
how
what they want,
ridiculous
do
this gets.
4,000.
Don't do 4,000.
Not doing 4,000.
Actually, you can't. You'd have to do from.
Yeah.
You'd have to do 3,996 through to 4,000.
All right, let's do. And you can see it just gets more and more. 496, 500. I can't even remember what health they were on when we were on
So,
270.
21k.
I don't expect anyone getting this far.
145k per NPC.
No
Easy.
one will get this far.
And
Let's
you
see
need-
the damage.
And you need to take out 75% of these guys.
Let's
Wait, let's just think of it in terms of how many Gradors there are.
Jeez.
It's not that many. I've got even I've got higher Grador kill count than that.
I mean, have you fought 30 Graders at once?
Yeah. Yeah. And this is only 500. Sorry, 496. And everyone's chat reaction now. This is what it's coming up to.
That's why I don't expect anyone to get this far.
There is no time limit, right?
There's no time limit.
Okay,
No. We count how long you've been in there, that's all.
There's a bonus, as I said a bit earlier. There's a bonus for going very, very quick, in that you skip ahead worlds.
That ain't happening that late.
But yeah, at this point, it's not going to happen. You're not going to do it.
Right, okay.
One of the good things about doing the much higher level worlds is your mutators. If you go through each world in kind of that checkpoint, your mutators do stack on top of each other.
That's a good point.
So, for example, you could get, say, 2 or maybe 3 positive mutators, and that will make you a lot more powerful in those higher worlds. But you could also get 3 negative mutators, and it will be a lot harder.
All right. All right, world. Hold on. I need to go 5 ahead of myself. Right, world 1001.
Oh, easy.
150k HP they had.
Just think of this one in terms of teloses.
Is that 1.3 million?
Yep.
That's 1.3 million.
All right. So it's just some. Each one is a Durzag.
Yeah.
And then 11. Oh my god!
They're going to kill you with the HP sheet on.
Oh my god! Whoa, my lord. Okay, that is. I'm dead.
Yeah, they did.
I'm dead.
They killed you with
I
the
literally
HP sheet
just got
on.
absolutely destroyed. Let's have a look at the stats.
So bearing in
Max
mind,
hit 16k, 262k damage received.
So bearing in mind, because this is so ridiculous, you don't get any more reward above 200 than if you were doing 200.
Jesus. Okay, I'm going to put invulnerable so I don't get hit, but I just want to show the health, because why not?
We're going to do it, are we?
We're going to go up to, I'm going to go up to...
Top it at like 3k, I guess.
You want to go 3k?
Do it.
Okay, 1.4 million at like 1001.
Yeah. We'll let you guys do your field research and find out what 3999 is yourselves, because I reckon day 3 Reddit, they're probably going to have it. Or going to have screenshots from 3999.
Am I typing this wrong?
So world's max world reached.
There we go.
There you go.
3001. Okay.
No, 5, because we want to go freeze. Oh, no, I see what you mean. Okay, that's fine.
I wrote it. I wrote this.
It's fine.
I'm sorry, man. Look at the scroll bar. Oh my god. Jesus.
Oh,
And that's not even all the worlds.
Right, okay.
that's a great scroll bar.
Thank you. I made that.
All right.
Can we do guesses on health here? We were up to 1.3 million and world 1
I
million.
have a rough idea anyway, because I've
3
tested
million.
this, but...
What?
3 million.
3 million?
That's lowballing it, mate. You're
Are you
way
kidding
off.
me? We were on 1001 and we were on 1.3 million.
All right, okay.
All right, chat, what are you going for, chat? Let's see this.
Someone reckons max in.
Someone
2.1
reckons
bill.
max integer. Okay.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark at what I think our combat system supports. I'm going to say 500 million?
That's not a Raxo, by the way, but just 500 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with just lots.
Way
Just gonna
off.
say
I'm going with like 900 million, I
I'm
guess.
going to say like 1.5 bill.
Okay, ready? 1.5 bill. 1.58 billion HP.
That's per NPC, and you need to clear out 75% of it.
Yeah, you need to kill 75% of all the
Oh my god! What the hell? Okay, yeah. That's
So if you get to world 3001, it might take a while.
Yeah. Good luck, Lit.
I hope
I'll get you this time.
I hope the 23-hour timeout doesn't get you.
yeah. Let's just see what happens if we get hit.
And this is the point where you've also actually got to clear. You've got to clear 5
we're getting hit
So,
max hits.
so yeah, this is the cap on damage.
So
you're
can only
taking
be-
14Ks.
So if you get hit forward, Jesus.
You've also got to clear 5 of these worlds before you get to the next checkpoint.
Yeah.
All right. What can we
That's
just?
fine, he's got electric.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Let me out.
That's enough.
Let me out. Oh, for God's sake!
Oh,
Fine.
we should probably make that a little bit easier. Oops.
Jeez, that's brutal.
That's safe death. What is it?
Would you escape? They can suffer.
What happens if you log out?
If you log out, it acts as if you
run
died or just exited. Like, it just ends your run.
Okay,
You get to loot the reward.
I'm going to say 3.3k is going to be max int, right?
Probably.
Look at this. Oh my god.
I'm scared this is going to break and overflow or something.
Don't say that.
We expected.
Oh yeah, Insta-kill darts would work.
You just need enough to accommodate for 75%
You
of
just
enemies.
need like 40 insta-kill darts.
Yeah.
That's the thing, mate.
For each world.
For each world.
We're up to 1.94 billion at world 3,296.
1.9 was that?
Yes. And now we're going to carry on again. I want to get to max int. I'm determined to get to max int. There was not on the Raxo, by the way. That was a minion, give or take, like a little mini
it's just
spider.
it's just a general NPC.
3,400 and 5.
So anything that takes on the form of a boss, which there are very few of, They don't have any mechanics.
How much XP would one of those 1.6 billion health?
I know.
That's a very good question.
I think it would be 50,000.
Let's try this. Start. Insta. Thank you. All right, we're in on this. I need to make sure. Okay, so
Just scroll to the bottom.
this is ridiculous.
The scroll bar becomes a real big commitment. It actually becomes one of the more difficult parts of it.
Oh,
when you
so
get that
close.
many.
2.0, almost 2.1 billion. We're that close. Let's see the XP. All right, there we go. Is our insta kill?
Is it capped at 50k? Do
Oh.
you not get XP with insta kill darts?
There we go.
Apparently not.
We're buffoons.
We should.
Is that because of the Insicle?
There's no.
We're almost 1% of the way through this world now.
That's half a dart.
We only had to do 2 billion damage.
They are 1% through, actually. You can see that progress bar, which is premium, by the way.
Oh yeah. Does it say a percentage of through though?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it used
Feature
to spam
requests.
us.
Right. Okay. Well, I thought 3,400 makes hit the top, but apparently no. It's 3,505.
Oh, look at your damage down.
Just go on, Shauny, give them what they want.
What do they want?
Right there. 3995,
996.
996.
All right. Fine.
Because then we can go on rewards.
It's now
No, we don't. We got another thing to cover.
We've got
That's true,
another
that's
thing
true.
to
Yeah.
cover. Sorry,
All right.
I tried to fight for you, for
Right.
the users.
Oh, I can't.
So-
I can't see their bar. I can't see their health bar when I mouse over.
What happens if you attack them?
I don't know. I'm allowed to try.
Don't crush the world, please.
It's.
I mean, you just got hit for. Good
You
luck.
just instantly die.
We will show the rewards. Don't worry. Okay.
When I was saying I'll be impressed if you get to 150. This is why.
I'm gonna say they're max ins. That's ridiculous. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. All right. Let's talk about before I mouse over it. Do you want to intro what this other portal is here?
That's a red one.
Thanks. Thanks, Nick.
So was that one? Was that not what you were after?
No,
now
that
on to the rewards.
So, along with the regular game mode of Shattered Worlds, you can also complete challenge worlds.
Orange, red, whatever. I'm sorry. I said it's red. It's orange. Whatever.
It sort of depends on the monitor you're looking at for
Yeah,
the color
sure.
on that one. It's borderline. So every week there are 2 challenge worlds and a other bonus challenge. There's the bronze challenge, which is usually something along the lines of complete 5 Shattered Worlds, and you can just do that in your regular world, and you'll get a bonus. You'll get some extra anima. And then you've got some more difficult silver and gold challenges, which will be things like do this world and kill 50 demons with these mutators, or
Clear
it will
5
be-
worlds.
Yeah,
yeah,
we've already
for
done
example.
Congrats, man.
That's how I knew that was a good example. Or
B5
it might be like complete a world with 20 mutators on or something. Not 20. We only support 10. With 10
Yes, we
mutators
do.
on there. We go. And you will pick that one, and everyone will get. You'll get a different layout, but you will all get the same mutators, and you all get the same difficulty
The same NPCs.
and the same NPCs. So you can. I mean, if you find it troubling, you can ask ask around your clan, ask around your friends, like, hey guys, how did you deal with, all of these combinations? Have you got any advice? And
Yeah, the monsters are aggressive. They will hunt you.
Yeah.
So obviously the gold one will give you a very specific set of mutators. Is that correct?
yes,
So you can decide where you're going in with. You have to go in with that preset.
Yep.
When do these reset?
it's the same time that D&D's reset.
On a
Midnight
Wednesday night. Yep.
So yeah.
Same time
Cool.
as penguins and everything else.
Cool. There are no trim comp requirements either. For the people some of the people in the chat were saying it was probably tens of millions of health. It's still not the point, is it really? I mean,
luck,
if the health bar
yeah.
isn't showing, that tells me it is max ins, I believe. But either way, it's a ridiculous amount. We'd love to see how far people get, because that's part of the fun, I guess.
not-
Just
In
seeing-
in my experience, we always pick a point where like, no one's ever going to get this. This is impossible. And there's always the super dedicated, impressive few who just blow that goal
what were your
away.
original predictions for Telos?
We put Warden at 500 because we were like, this is a nightmare. No one's going to get much further than this. Like, we thought like 750 is probably the absolute best that anyone's ever going to do.
Now we're almost up to 2. I believe. I think we're on the verge of 2.5k.
Yeah,
Or if
exactly.
we're not already
And, like,
there, then we're on the verge of that.
Realistically, the number of people who have gotten Warden, the number of people who have gotten to 500 is tiny. There is just this huge dedicated few that have gone further. Like I don't think we're even up to 100 wardens yet.
There are no. Oh, we should have. It's a shame we don't have first-time world broadcasts for a certain amount of worlds. That was a good idea. That's something we could add in the future, depending on how far people have gotten, maybe. But it's not a bad shout.
Do that and tap. Easy.
Tap can be tapped pretty easily, actually. Yeah.
Good luck.
I like that tap. I'll happily do that on tap. I'd love to see how far people can get. World broadcasts are awesome. Goodness me. Okay.
100 wardens, I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of. I think I haven't checked the title count, but I remember it being.
Bad number.
I think 100 might have been a bit underestimated, but it's fine.
I'm on a live stream. I'm shooting from the hip here. I'm sorry.
Hey.
All right. So, okay, I think it's time.
Are you going to show a challenge?
I mean,
not,
we kind of
it's
talked about it. It's just the
yeah.
same, but it's like predefined meters.
Okay.
Okay. So, first of all, we have the third option, which says free charge sigils. The news post mentioned about a sigil. So now what I'm going to do is bring up my worn equipment slot.
Yeah.
And we are now going to notice a new slot.
Here's your flim flam slot.
Your flim flam slot.
Yeah,
your wigwam
the knick-knack slot.
Yeah.
What?
You double flick the
The
slot.
Tim
Anyway,
Tam slot.
this has replaced what was showing wings before, which had nothing in it. So yeah, this is your offhand pocket slot.
Offhand pocket. Don't ever say that again.
The Swally slot.
It's really works.
There was a really long time where the slot didn't have a name, so we would just sort of have a rotating cast of terrible, silly names for it. And I think only about 3 weeks ago did it stop being the knick-knack slot.
It was very
right.
close in code to just be the knick-knack slot.
All right, let's do this. So we're going to open the shop and we are going to just roll with this. So
did you point out that you've no longer got the wings on the interface as if we planned that out?
pointed
Very
that
clever.
Right. So the first thing you're going to see, I guarantee you, everyone in the chat's going to notice is the other two tabs. We'll go into them last.
Is that the Hazelmere one?
Nice. All right, here we go. So here is our signature items. We have our sigils, we have our new abilities, we have a cosmetic,
combat abilities.
we have a contract, and we also have a huge Slayer XP lamp. So let's talk through these. First of all, sigils. We have 3 of them. So we'll go through the sigil of slaying. As you can see, using this will increase Slayer experience gain by 10% for 30 seconds. Now, does that mean it's essentially an active? So yeah, there you go. An active sigil. So is it essentially an active effect that you can just do?
Slot. Do you want to go through it?
Yeah, go through
We
it.
did the most of the work on
You
it.
wrote it, right?
So your sigil slot is basically you'll have a active item in that slot. You'll activate it. It will give you a short temporary buff, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute if we're feeling nice, and that will be a short, powerful buff. And that will put your sigil slot on cooldown, so you can't kind of swap out lots of sigils at once to get as many benefits as you can. And it will all the items in the slot will all degrade. So it's kind of a for Shattered Worlds, you'll always have to recharge all of your sigils, and you'll kind of have to keep on top of them.
I'm sorry, I keep saying Saltbilly in the chat. Oh goodness.
The examples we've got the Sigil of Slaying, which if you activate it for the next 30 seconds, you'll get 10% more Slayer experience. So you'll have to kind of run in, grab as many mobs as you can, activate your sigil, and kill them all in that 30 seconds. To
This
get
is
the
an
most out of it.
interesting one. I like this one.
That puts your slot on cooldown for 60 seconds, right?
Yes. So
Is there an actual timer that comes up that
So
lets
there's
you
a
know
buff
when?
icon.
there is a buff icon.
Yes!
So, yeah.
Yes.
So if you keep activating this, half of your time that you're slaying, you get 10% extra XP.
Cool. Do you want to talk about the second one?
So the Ferocious Sigil is basically all mobs in Corridor's dungeon. If you activate it for the next 30 seconds, they'll have a 25% chance to respawn.
Yeah, that's 100% now.
Or
It's 100%.
Yeah.
all
we
right,
changed
that's
that.
100%. Or I need to change some configs.
No, I got you, bro.
No.
There you go.
So they have a 100% chance to respawn. So if you're slaying Corridor's dungeon, activate that. Kill as many things as you can in 30 seconds. You'll get loads of
They
stuff.
insta respawn.
Can sigils be on the action bar so you can just press it and it'll activate?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. All right, third one, aggression. Now, before I even mass over this, people are going to compare this to the aggression potion. Is that a fair comparison?
Kind of.
Okay.
So the aggression
go for it.
potion goes, yo, let's grab one NPC over there. He's going to attack you. Cool, next one.
I've never heard it say yo.
Next one.
So,
It's really
chat
quiet.
filtered,
Yeah.
okay.
okay. So why is this? How is this different to the aggression potion, or is it the same?
Right, so this one goes, let's look for up to 8 guys. Cool, all of them
8.
are attacking me now.
8.
Yeah.
So you can get 8 at once.
So if you want to aggro 8 mobs at once,
Goodness.
you can now.
All right.
Obviously, you can't do it non-stop because there's a cooldown associated
Yeah.
with
So,
it.
so this one will put your sigil
charges.
slot on cooldown for I think 20 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah. And the
So
effect is immediate.
So everyone is saying that the animate is too high. I mean, when you look at it, and when you're going on a run, like of a massive animate, you saw just from, I believe it was World 50, we had 50k in just 46 to 50 on a run. Now, if you're stacking that up, you're going to get a load of anima as you're going on. To recharge it, how much is it going to cost?
So it's half price to recharge it.
So 22.5 million.
However many charges you've got left. So if you've got like 75% charges, it's going to cost 12% of the actual cost.
Are these... Go on, Doug.
Do these degrade to dust?
No, they degrade to broken.
Tradable?
No.
They are
Not tradable. All right, let's talk about these abilities. So first of all, we have our dual melee ability, the Bladed Dive.
Oh, so with Bladed Dive, you'll activate that, and you will jump, and you'll basically, your cursor will change to a little sword, and you'll be able to then jump wherever you've clicked on the map, assuming you can like line of walk there, and assuming you're not clicking inside a lock or something like that. You'll be able to jump to NPCs with this. You'll be able to jump sort of, if you're in combat, you'll be able to jump away from NPCs with this, and it's kind of its main purpose is to give a lot more mobility to dual wield melee.
People saying Rip Scythe, it works on dual wielding only. Obviously, it won't work with a two-hander. That would be quite ridiculous to see you jump around with a scythe everywhere. So we will show it, by the way. We will buy them. We'll show it off, and then we'll move
Also,
on to
a quick jump back on Bladed Dive.
Oh yeah, by all means.
One of the cool little features of it is if you kill your enemy, if you've Bladed Dive to an enemy and then you kill it within I think 2 or 3 seconds, the cooldown of Bladed Dive is reset. So if you have a load of sort of low health mobs, you can jump as quick as you want between all of those.
I need to let me.
So notably, this only does damage if you target an NPC. If you target the ground, it's basically just an extra surge.
So you can have 2 surges then.
If you target an NPC though, only with dual wield melee, which is the big improvement we're making here for dual wield melee.
And you can use this with Surge. If
you can use it with Surge as well. They're not on the same
4,
cooldown.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And yeah, if you target an NPC, you jump over, you hit them, and it does AOE 1 tile around you as well.
So there's the full weapon description. You want to read that to him, by all means?
No, they can probably just
So the main thing to keep in mind is that you're given, if you don't kill your enemy with that ability, you're given 6 seconds to kill them, and as long as you do it within that time, it then gets refunded. Now, what you can do, of course, is, let's say, combine Barge with this. You can do a Barge into a Bladed Dive. Little combos like that. Mobile perk will not affect this. It does? Are you serious?
On it, man. Mobile perk works with it.
Okay, wow. I wasn't ready for that. That's fast. That's
my job, man.
This guy, damn. All right, what's it go down to with mobile? With mobile, what does it go down to?
The same as what mobile is for everything else. I don't remember. This was weeks ago, man.
All right. So let's go to. Actually, we can do a Shattered World here with this, just so we can demonstrate. Let me pull this up.
I couldn't jump to Lumbridge Cows.
Oh yeah, we did say that.
That's our favourite demo for this one.
We did say that.
Our test spot for Bladed Dive was me spending 3 hours jumping at cows.
All right, let's do that. We should just test it on cows. So as Toot mentioned, when you select it can be hotkeyed as well. So let me just hotkey this up. When you hotkey it, you get an icon, and then you can just activate it too. And you kill the cow or you kill the enemy, and then you get your cooldown back, and then you can just carry on with it. And of course, if you don't kill them, if you kill them within 6 seconds of activating it on that enemy, it will then give it to you. It's also an AoE as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. So if
try
and
get to it.
Oh well, that was my surge. I failed. I clicked in between them, but that's my surge. But yeah.
So yeah, because you didn't click an NPC, it just moved. You didn't do damage.
I'm a nub. But yeah, that is the Bladed Dive. I'll try and get a long range one so you can kind of see the animation in point. Let me hide all a second. Is that going to work when my game's hidden? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
now we're going to.
So it's worth noting when you're choosing a target, it pauses Revo.
It pauses Revo.
It pauses Revo so that you can choose a target.
Oh, you can't hotkey when everything's in. Makes sense. Alright, so that's Bladed Dive. So we'll see what everyone can do with that one. Let's go back to the shop. Over here. Next up is Salt the Wounds. Now this is going to be. I'm very interested to see how this goes down. Yes. All right. Lead the way, Tim.
So with Salt the Wounds, we are not only giving you one ability, but we're also changing another one of your abilities. So this will permanently change Dazing Shot to also apply an effect called Punctured. Punctured is a new damage over time. You can apply it to enemies or players, depends who you're fighting. which will slowly stack up on them up to 10 times and the intensity of the stack will increase the damage the dot deals. Salt the Wound basically refreshes that duration and deals a lot of damage based off how many stacks of punctured you have.
So, in a way, it's kind of like a quick version of Storm Shards.
Kind of,
Yes.
Okay.
And
With a
everyone
similar
can keep
kind of
stacking as well.
Yeah.
So if you've got a team of 5 people, if they all use it, that's instantly 5 stacks.
Okay, so let us grab this here. I've just bought it. Boy. You can see here your Dazing Shot is the ability that gets changed. You can now see there is now an appropriate icon for it, which has now become a mutated Dazing Shot. So
that's the same ability, but does puncture damage as well.
Chaos, you're gonna have to help me out. I don't know the config name of a two-handed ranged weapon.
Go for SB ranged weapon used.
Ah, the Noxbow. Nice. SB ranged.
Ranged weapon used, yeah, sure.
There you go.
And SB ranged arrow, I think it is.
That's why you're QA, my
There you
friend.
go.
There you go. Right, let's go to dummies to show this off. All right, so ideally you want to be active. What is the timers between refresh and puncture here? How long does puncture last on your enemy?
So it lasts for 9 seconds, and you can refresh it with just Dazing Shot every 5, but with Salt the Wound, obviously a lot more than that.
Okay, so let me just change it up a little bit here. So we'll put Salt the Wound here. Okay, so we'll attack the dummy, and very conveniently there is a debuff icon as well, which you can see has a number on it. And now, of course, Dazing Shot actually has to hit your enemy to upgrade that stack. So if it misses, that's a problem. But you can see it going up, and that is the description for it right there. So we're doing our attacks. We've got a couple stacks on this. Now we're going to activate Salt the Wound. And then it'll do essentially a big attack speed at 2.6k there, just like that. So ideally, you want to time your, you want to do a good rotation of your Dazing Shot into your Salt the Wound, and then carry on and so on. You want me to stand back so you can see the anim? I'll even hide the game for you. How's that?
So someone's asking about next blood phase. I investigated this, and we had a little chat in the Combat Council.
Oh, you want me to
and we came to the conclusion that we shouldn't make it heal because you're losing one of your basics then. Which isn't good.
There's a stack with biting. Oh, yes, it does. 7.2k. Jesus. All right, now I didn't even have biting on. I just hit a crit. That was lovely. That was a 7.2k off that. I salted the wound on 9 stacks, and that's what happened. So there you go.
So I think Pi and I went through this, and if you're really good and you're really paying attention to the sort of the DPM that you're outputting, the point at which you want to swap over and bringing Salt the Wound into your rotation is probably about 7 or 8 stacks of punctured. That's when you want to, when that's probably at the point where it becomes like one of your strongest thresholds. So if you're in a group situation, you can get up to that really quickly, and it becomes one of your big
So how
hitters.
does it work at stuff like, let's say, a Araxor with the Spider Shield? The Reflect Shield, sorry. So because there's a damage over time, it will reflect it back to you.
Should do the same as usual, yeah.
Okay, cool. So obviously you can do stuff like, so combining it with like a Corruption shot, a Fragmentation shot, plus this, you've got a lot of stacking bleeds, I guess is the right word for it, over time. For people in the stream, I'll hover over it for you as you can see. Deals up to 188% weapon damage plus up to an additional 18% for every puncture. So we have 10, so that's another 180%. Is that 180%? I can't do math, yeah. So you're getting, what, 366% if you activate that. Goodness me. Every 15 seconds on a threshold, as long as you keep the stacks going. Do the stacks reset every time you Salt the Wound?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
No.
No.
So
they
the stacks
stay.
don't reset,
No.
sorry.
Yeah.
The timer does, sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it refreshes
I knew I
the
was
duration of the debuff.
Gotcha.
But
So
it
if
doesn't-
you missed your Dazing Shot, you can apply that and it will reset that.
Yes.
Perfect.
So if your debuff, your debuff is about to run out, you can then quickly Salt the Wound, and it will kind of refresh it to its max duration.
A few questions from here. Max puncture is 10, and yes, it does benefit from Death's Witness.
Well, I've got Death Swiftness on now, so let's see what we can do. Oh, we actually killed something. Oh, an imp. We killed an imp. It just blown by. Oh, here we go. Salt the Wound on 10 with Death Swiftness. 7.2 without a crit. We had a crit which was 7.2 earlier. So that was 7.2 base off that. Jesus. Okay. This is awesome. I need to get my laptop ready because I need to start happy hour for everyone in a moment. I literally have to multitask everything right now. It's fine. I will start happy hour for everyone in just a moment. 7.6k crit there. Okay, so we're gonna. That's awesome, by the way. Jeez. The last time I
Damage.
tried a Telos, but I didn't try the dummies stupidly, just to see what he can do. But
It's fine. It's in the headspace you're in at the time. It's fine.
we have a lot of rewards to go through. Go ahead.
Someone asked if the abilities are tradable. The abilities aren't objects like the Codex is. You just unlock them straight from the shop. So you can't trade them.
I'm going to have to look. Anyway, okay, so Toom, I'm going to throw this over to you if it's okay.
Whoa.
You're going to have to
Good luck, man.
start to show off stuff. So I'll be back in a second because I need to get happy hour ready for everyone playing in-game. Go ahead. I'm going to go mute myself while you do this.
Whoa. Oh, hello. Ooh.
Are you ready for
Your
this
feet as well.
responsibility? No, you're not.
Right, so we have a cosmetic override with the Abyssal Knights armor set. So if I grab that, and hopefully in the... Oh, where is Shauny's layout?
Hit F2.
I'm not going
Okay, he hasn't
Oh,
got
he's
the normal
remapped
keybind
it.
on.
Right, I found
There
it.
you go.
Somewhere.
That's the one.
Wardrobe. You were on the right one. There you go. Yeah. Step over. Let's change again.
Moddeg
Oh God, that is low.
it's very low.
Oh,
Moddeg can find his way around Shauny's interface a lot quicker than me.
I'm a tall man. I wasn't prepared for that one. All right. Okay. I was going to
Look at the
filter this
search
by release date.
We do actually have
It's
the
at the
search
bottom.
function.
There is a
We
search
should-
function right there.
There we
There you
go.
go.
See, now I can backseat drive you. I suppose.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
sort
you're
it.
doing
That's
your own
fine.
time.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
This is a-
Let's actually hit apply.
This is a 5-piece
Oh,
set.
you've got this. This looks very
You've got-
silly
you've
with
got a
this
Rebel walk on.
equipment.
Go into animations.
No, I don't want to mess with Shauny's animations. So there you go. You get the cosmetic set from the Abyssal Guard that you see wandering around here. I'm quite happy with that. Now I think it's a pretty cool looking set.
Yeah.
I said as if I had something to say, but it turns out that I didn't actually when I arrived at the end of that.
But yeah, it's a cool set. It's 5 pieces, top legs, boots, gloves, helm.
Yeah. So, oh no, okay, he has that key bound, but not the one for the wardrobe. Yeah, I mean, I quite like it with the helmet off. So you sort of have the same look as Kenton. You're important enough to have your head out. Everyone needs to see you. You're a leader, not one of these faceless,
Scrubs.
nameless guards. Should we move on to the next?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What we
Next
got?
one's pretty cool.
Oh, the Abyssal Slayer contract.
We spoke about
Yeah.
that one.
No.
No, we haven't.
So
I
we-
talked about regular
So
Slayer
we
tasks.
talked about regular Slayer
and
tasks.
then
What
you
you
went
can
off
do.
the track.
I thought we were talking about this.
Nah, man.
Oh man. What even is Shadow Wilds?
So you'll notice that I can buy multiples of these, and you'll notice that if I do the right click, it's actually a lot cheaper than everything else. This is kind of one of the filler rewards that I'd encourage you to buy as you go along and sort of use. So when I use one, it comes up with this scroll and a assignment of one of the creature groups
Can
that
I,
we have
can I
in
jump
Shattered
in here?
Go for it.
So I have an arachnophobia challenge, and I could combine it with that if I wanted to. As one way of doing
Yeah,
it.
you could.
There you go.
Well spotted.
And
Yeah.
if you'd went to Slayer Master 1 and got a Spider Slayer task,
Yes.
you could combine it with that as well if you really wanted to.
So these Slayer contracts are completely separate from your Slayer tasks, and you can complete both at once or
Yeah,
neither.
unlike Wildy contracts and Slayer
brilliant.
Tower contracts, you can do these on top of your Slayer task.
I'm not actually going to do a world, but yes, that has lined up perfectly with the challenges.
But yeah, you can only have one of these active at once, though.
Yep. But
and
as soon as you complete it, you can straight away start a brand new one.
Yep. The old contract disappears and you can start the new one. The non-active ones are stackable, so you can just take loads in with you.
Yeah. It's a little bit less Slayer XP than you would normally get from it being your regular Slayer assignment, but you're in Shattered Worlds, you're collecting anima anyway, so you're still, it's adding an extra reward to the content that you're probably already doing for currency.
And if you activate your Sigil of Slaying while you're getting the Slayer experience, it'll be increased.
Synergy.
So this is the most complicated one. It's the huge Slayer lamp.
Oh, yeah. No,
It's-
sorry, I skipped ahead. Oh, no.
So this one is super hard to explain.
Let's go.
It's a lamp, and it gives Slayer XP.
Right, I'm taking my chair back.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Have
sorry.
it back. It's a terrible chair.
Very
Very low.
Right.
Yeah, let's play musical chairs.
I managed to
chairs.
managed to do all the happy hours. We got there just in time. Whew. Right. All right.
Keep watching though whilst you're
Yeah, of course.
enjoying happy hour.
Go ahead, brother Slayer.
Yeah, so it's a lamp that gives Slayer XP, and it is huge.
When you use it, is it consumed?
It is consumed.
Right, so I can't just keep getting Slayer XP.
Well,
Can you bank it?
I didn't think of that. Maybe we should have done that.
Oh.
Can I bank my Slayer lamp? My huge Slayer lamp?
no.
Can I trade it?
No, afraid not.
Does it destroy a
Come on, everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. There you go, 68k XP, just like that.
Time for my favourite,
This
my
is,
boy.
you've hyped this up.
Chaboy.
And, all right, let's get that currency here. Right. Okay, so take it away.
So this is my baby. This is the anima creature. It has 9 stages. So you buy it for this 900k cost to begin with. Is 900k right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. And once you've got it, you can keep upgrading it, and it evolves and becomes this bigger and bigger creature, and its chat changes. And you can use it for familiar overrides. You can put it in your menagerie, all the good stuff.
So it's an evolutionary pet that you can continuously upgrade.
And its chat changes like every
Now,
2 or
obviously,
3.
Obviously, we have to show all of them.
Yeah,
because,
obviously.
Well,
you know,
you
it's
can
just
see
the way
him there. You don't need him any more than that.
You know,
Sorry,
unlock the
Rubik. By the way.
Yeah, Rubik's saying, I now have to watch this VOD with all the random deck talk, so it may be difficult. All right, Iron Man can buy everything, by the
So
way.
he's in companion.
Companion,
Right at the bottom.
anima creature.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't know.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
So there he is, little level, stage 1.
He's just kind of cute. You might want to turn your familiar options on.
We had to do this the other day, didn't we? There
we
you
couldn't
go.
find this for ages.
Do you want to show the chat? Do you actually want to show it?
No, let's leave the chat.
Okay.
But you'll still need those turned on for a
Yes.
minute.
There you go.
So if you hit the second option, you can just change your appearance. So you can go back to the old ones if you prefer the old one, if you like. If you want to go back to the old chat as well.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of
Everyone's
basic.
saying poor man's divination pet. You're not ready.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I mean, at the start, yeah, sure.
So yeah, you pour more anima. Pour more anima into
Does it
the
upgrade
sky.
while you have it on you?
Nope,
No,
you have to
change
update it yourself.
Okay, cool.
So
and
what-
a mist.
Yep. So he gets a bit bigger. He's a bit of a big cloud of mist now. Bit more interesting.
I like
Still-
how weirdly wiggly it is.
We nicknamed this one Blobby.
Happy Hour is in world 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and 88. If you want to go in there.
B-Tech version of Willow. There you go.
Alright. Stage
So
3.
yeah, he's getting a bit more shape now. So he's kind of becoming
Is
a
this
little.
the space whale?
He's becoming a little space
Looks
whale.
like a
He's not
blue
quite the space
flubber,
whale.
someone said. Someone said it looks like a
Yeah,
blue flubber.
kind of.
I could see that.
Nice blue tack. Oh, that's harsh.
But true.
Alright.
Stage 4 here.
Tier 4.
So this is our little tiny space whale. He's so adorable. Shoot!
Where did-
Shoot!
Oh, he's inside.
There you go. Yeah, show some walk anims, show some
look
run
at
anims.
that.
He's super
Alright,
floaty.
let's do the walk. We'll do the walk. Follow.
Sean, he's just
How cute is he?
Sean, you picked the right.
They're saying take your Noxbow off because it's big.
Yeah, the
It's in the way.
Noxbow's going. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
do a
super
run.
cute.
Do the run. Let's see that. Let's see that run.
Oh, look at Right, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. There we go. Right. Come on, little guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to your Raga team and you can have your cute little.
Someone said soul split pet, and now I think about it, it actually does. Oh dear. Alright, that's 4. Alright.
You don't need any more after that, do you? Look at
I mean, you ain't seen nothing yet. Man.
Number Anima Roo.
So yeah,
Next.
he's kind of a bit more grounded now. He's a bit heavier. He's still super floaty though, but he's got some legs now and
do
a tiny
our-
little jaw.
Tiny jaws. Do I walk? Alright. We will do tier 9, by the way, don't worry. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's a bit more slower
So, yeah.
now, isn't he?
Still got
The
that
tier
float.
9 pet is now my favourite pet in the game by far.
Yeah.
The chat has pointed out, Shauny, that you could buy them all in one go.
No, I could, but we want to showcase each one and then, buy it and so we
So
get
you
the...
can buy
alright.
them all and then swap through.
Fine, I'll buy them all.
Yeah.
I don't even have enough for all
Our
of them.
animator. Do you know what his mod name is?
Oh goodness, Mod Victor, I believe.
Is it Mod Victor?
I believe
Cool.
so.
He had so much fun doing this because it's so different from everything else.
Okay, we'll buy them all. Ugh, goodness. Alright, done.
Obviously, they've all got attack, defend, death anims as well.
We're on
because
number
they're-
6 now, right?
We're-
Anima Raptor?
Go on to
Anima
Raptor.
Raptor.
He's a bit bigger now. He's a bit scarier, but he's still so cute.
Hold on. Sorry, I need to do something. There's someone who asked, can you turn off mutated days and shot? The bleed is a liability at
You
next.
can't, but we made sure the bleed doesn't heal next because otherwise you would lose a whole basic.
That's nice. There you go.
It
Do
was
properly.
discussed, then we had kind of flip-flopped on it, so.
So we're going to do it properly. You're going to do it properly. There you go.
Oh.
Animal Raptor.
Yeah. It does. It kind of looks like a Greymon. Yeah. I told you already there.
Sort of.
And
yeah,
yes,
okay.
stacks will go up if multiple people use Dazed and Shot, yes.
Yeah, it's not like other dots which replace each other. All the stacks add on to each other.
Animasaur.
Animasaur, he's a bit bigger. Has he got arms yet?
Puncher
Not quite.
can be refreshed by anyone,
Yes.
assuming you have the ability.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he's a bit bigger now.
Animasaur.
He's got some little tentacles on his back. He's
Still
super
floating.
floaty, yeah.
Still floating.
I think
Just.
he gets arms next.
Animasaurus.
Kelsey's just trolling. He never gets arms.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I had to say that one.
How cool is he?
All right.
He's getting a bit more colour.
You've hyped up number 9.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Ready?
I'm glad you've turned off all your particles.
Let me
we're
go
about
to
to get some
I'm
more.
going to go to a brighter area just for that because it's a little dark. I'm going to
That
move
works.
over here.
Or 2-2, 0-2-2.
022.
That's my favourite test.
Is that the test?
That's my
square?
That's my test. zone.
Ah, nice.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Number 9. Animasaurus Rex.
Here we go. We got some particles on now.
Of course we
Oh.
got particle. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Oh, now we RuneScape.
Man, look at that. That looks pretty awesome. Goodness. All right, we have to show his anims,
Yeah,
right?
about to say, walk along with him.
They
some
can be
trails.
overridden, right?
Sorry?
They can be overridden.
They override familiars, yep.
There we go.
He's super cool.
Look at that. All right, let's go running. Let's go. All right, there we go. Oh, jeez. All right,
About to say, you got the moonwalk on there.
all right. There
Nearly.
we go. There we go. Look at that.
So he sort of bounces along like he's floating in water.
That's awesome. All right, and that is only the pets. Now we've
That's
got
the pets, yeah.
a very important bit to talk about now.
Something super minor, right?
Do we want to talk about the other? There was another thing on your cosmetic interface actually. Did you not notice that?
Oh,
Do you want to
Sure.
open your pet
Shauny
list
don't know
again?
about this.
Come on,
Oh
Shauny.
yeah, oh yeah.
Have you not seen this? Do you want to open your pet list again?
Shauny, what's going on?
Has Shauny not seen this
Oh,
yet?
what? Seen what?
Your pet list.
My-
Not this.
open your
The
pet list.
cosmetics.
Pets?
Yeah,
scroll down.
companions.
Let's,
Oh,
Have you not seen this one?
what is this?
He actually hasn't seen this
Have
one.
you not?
Wait, okay.
There's a 10th pet.
Okay, how do you get this pet?
So this pet,
should we tell them? Shall we tell them?
I mean, they'll see in a news post in
Yeah,
3
right.
days.
Okay.
Okay, do
okay,
it.
now.
Just do it.
So-
This pet is.
so if you love RNG
Variable?
skill pets,
Variable?
no man, you're gonna have to wait.
Don't make, nah. No.
So whenever you open a reward chest in Shattered Worlds,
Pet?
it goes, should I give you this
Not
pet?
menagerie.
And if you're on a super high world, it's like, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
What's the variable?
So basically, this pet is super rare from the reward
Right,
chest.
that's it.
But you have a better chance on the higher worlds, and obviously that gets exponentially better as well, like the monster scaling. So that's the Abyssal Hound. This is, I think we said Keaton Descartes has one of these, but we never actually show it in game.
Yeah.
But
We were meant to put one next to him, and that didn't happen.
We ran out of
actually.
time because we're fixing bugs.
Yeah.
We also felt a little
Oops.
bit bad for you obtaining this pet and then just taking his dog from him.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Shall we
I
now?
can't remember what the var is.
Everyone's going on about my rage because I didn't. I want to actually get the pet. Anyway, all right.
People don't want these, I
It
think.
is not it's not an IFB rec.
No,
It's
no.
not an anything rec. It's just a.
Examining
rare thing
someone's
you can get.
anima pet should say how much anima they've collected in total, or maybe their highest world.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
idea.
It's a cool idea.
I can do that. I will happily offer to do
Okay.
that. That's brilliant.
Write it down for your tab.
Deal.
Along with broadcast.
I'm in. I'm in on that. That's amazing. All right, Tom, this is yours, I believe.
Oh, so Slayer masks.
So-
how many Slayer masks do you think is too many Slayer masks?
That's only one. So yeah, for people who've been waiting for Vic to get your Slayer masks, wait no longer. Yeah, this is a load of masks, and I imagine the anima price scales to the tier of that
Yep.
mask. Yeah.
So
Based
yeah,
on how good the
so
mask is.
like,
So as you
like,
can see,
like the
broken
Met
thing-
masks are relatively cheap. Like you see a few mil, I think.
And Iron Man can now get Slayer masks then.
Yeah, they can.
Yes.
Wow. All right, there you go. Tom, if there's anything else you want to jump in on that?
Well, you could show tab 2 as well.
Oh,
to show
yes.
just even more Slayer masks.
Oh,
And we are literally selling all of them on the Shattered World shop. However, we're not selling Spirits of Battle, so you can't recharge them.
There you go.
You also can't buy multiples to effectively get a
If
Spirit
you
of
already
Battle.
own any of these masks, you won't be able to buy them from the shop because you already have them.
Isn't the Mask Control given to you for free after finishing the tutorial? I believe. I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it?
You can buy a second one.
Alright, there you go. But yeah. Well, there you go. Anyway.
You can see that you own a Mask Control.
Yeah, I own them anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, there you go. Those. And there are no new masks. There are quite a lot of masks already in game, I believe.
It's surprising how many there were. I didn't realise there were that many. I knew we did a few batches, but
Originally, we had all the masks in one tab, but it made the entire reward shop fill up the screen.
Can we sell our masks to the shop for reduced anima?
Nope.
No.
All right. Iron Men can't recharge them. No, because they can't get spirits of battle. So the moment they get it, they just got to use it, and that's it. So they're gonna have to destroy it.
They still have most of the effect for it.
So when they buy
the helm when it.
So when they buy it and they destroy it, can they buy another one to get another mask, or is that it? They stuck with it?
No, they reclaim it from Diango, same as everyone else.
But they can't obviously recharge it.
But they can't reset it. No.
Okay, so, gotcha. How does all of this stack with the luck rework and the luck of the dwarves? The luck of the dwarves come into this at all?
No.
None. Gotcha. I assume because it's a completely different currency. Egg?
Hazelmead ring?
That's all we get is a finger point. That is the clue.
Is there a broadcast for getting
the pet might be marginally less rare if you have a luck ring on.
Are you sure? There you go. All right then. Will the pet have a broadcast? The Abyssal Hound pet, that is.
I think it does.
I don't remember.
I'm not certain.
If it isn't, then we'll have to double check that because I think it'd be a broadcast for sure. All right. So, is there anything else regarding this? This has been. We've still got. So, just to clarify, this stream has still got a fair bit to go because next up, something that I'm very much looking forward to. Deg and the Eternals have been taking progress images of how Shattered Worlds has been going from its creation to what it's ended up as now.
Like an anima creature, we've documented its evolution.
So this is actually I'm pretty excited for this, I have to say. So this is going to be pretty awesome. So do stick around because we've got a fair bit to go. But is there anything else you guys want to say apart from that?
Stick around.
We've pretty much covered it. Look forward to it. It's a lot of fun.
We'll go through the rest of the mutators on that big image, won't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Everyone who's played it has said this is really fun. We've got guys in the team when we did the big QA playtest. It's like I don't do combat, but I really enjoyed this.
We did show the abilities, by the way, Rocket Nova. You can go back and watch the VOD, or you can go back and watch it now because that's what Twitch can do, or YouTube, I believe, either one. We covered it around about 25 minutes ago-ish. We went through Bladed Dive, Puncture, and Salt the Wound. You can check them out on there. All right, so you guys are going to stay here a second because I need to set things up over here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Should we give a shout out to the rest of the team?
Please do.
Obviously, we're not all of the Eternals.
Yes, absolutely.
We are 3 of the content developers. You have a weird other title, but you're a content developer.
Developer, thank you.
And the one of our QA testers. But
QA analysts. Get it right.
a Q and A analyst, right?
A Q and A analyst.
Question and answer analyst. But we're, 4 of 12?
Something like that.
We've got a lot of people.
Yeah, so obviously we've got Mod Ollie, Mod Ramen.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're imagining the rows that we're sat in now, right?
Yes.
Mod Raven.
Mod Raven.
Mod Chili.
Mod Chili.
Mod Chambers.
Mod Chambers.
Mod Luke F.
Mod Luke F.
Mod Victor.
Mod Victor.
Mod Christie.
Yep, there we go. I wasn't sure if her mod name was that.
And that is everyone.
That's everyone, I think.
And Mod Stu also.
Stu was at the start of the
before he
project.
moved.
We had Mod Stu for a month, and we've also had help from...
We had help from Mod Pie.
Yeah, Mod Pie.
Mod Doctor.
Mod Doctor's helped out with some bug fixing,
Yeah. So it's really been a
big team.
It's been a huge team. It's been great. And this is the first project of the Eternals, so...
It's my first content release.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And they free you on all the interface jobs.
Yeah.
We didn't throw him anything, he went for it. He's
Alright,
a madman.
So I'm going to ask you guys, if possible, to move over to the couch. Yes, we're actually going to use the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Like a dead Q&A, so if you guys move over, and I will try and do the rest here.
Oh, man.
All right, so... all right, so I'm just letting these guys get set up a second. You all good? All right, so we're going to throw it over to these guys on the couch. Now, there you go. There you go. It's them. All right, and now, can you guys just talk a second? I'm going to try and get this ready, so bear with me.
I don't know if the stream heard him say that.
Yes, they heard me say that. Oh, yes, you're muted. I didn't unmute you. I didn't unmute you. I'm great at this. I am so good at this.
It's fine.
I'm so
Shauny's
good
under
at
a lot of
this.
pressure. He's doing a lot.
Sorry, guys.
One of the questions.
Comes from a little bit of
Will
slack.
the mod deck trading sequence continue?
Oh, what a question that is.
Or shall they just have to find out?
That's the kind of question I wish you wouldn't bring up. No, because if I tell people to just find out, they'll go nuts.
Will they find the new thing, or is it a wild goose chase?
I really, really want to include a new thing with every single update, but time is.
Okay.
We don't get more of it. I can't just get more time. I'm sorry.
I'm going to try and bring up the images, and you guys should be on the couch as well. So the first image, we have something called Proto Kit Chili.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, the screenshots that we're showing here, this screenshot is 5 months old. This is what Shattered Worlds looked like 5 months ago. This is the first thing that we could call a playable version of Shattered Worlds, and even that's kind of probably cheating a little bit.
You could run around it and you could go in portals.
Look at the action bar.
We can't see it.
We can't see it.
I can't
It's
see it.
basically
Clipped up the
all the
bottom.
asphyxiates in the world.
Oh yeah, that's. Why would you need other abilities? It's Force Choke is the best one.
And as some people might super notice, there's a lovely count check in the middle of
Oh,
that.
you have to bring that up. Why did you bring that up too?
Which was my my first
It's almost like you
my
worked on
first
that
update that I put into the game. Was CS Week.
So I needed some. I needed some placeholder NPCs, and I needed more than one. So I went for the regular man, and then I thought, what to whom? I'll give him a little tribute. I'll put count check in, and then we'll screenshot it, and everyone can look at it and go, oh, there's the thing that no one likes.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, buddy. No, I didn't mean it. Count check was great.
There were some great clues.
Am I good to move on to the second one?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, Deg, you know what this one is, yeah?
Go for it.
Proto Kit Deg.
Oh, right, yeah. So the other thing that I needed to prototype really early, as well as having 2 NPCs, is having more than one set of tiles. So this is the one I made. So what you just saw is the thing that More Chili made in like 10 minutes, and it's kind of serviceable. It is a good proof of concept. And this is sort of the mess that I make when I get time with Map Editor. But it does at least prove that we don't need to be like Dungeoneering. We don't have to have
Exactly square rooms.
Yeah, exactly, because that's one of our big concerns is what we wanted to make things look a lot less boxy with Shattered Worlds, and this proved that concept, even if it sort of does so by looking like...
This was fun maths, right?
Yeah.
So all of the tiles have to fit together properly when you rotate them and grab them and so on.
Yeah,
And so
I mean,
on.
that's the reason why Dungeoneering is so boxy, because it makes that really
Super
easy
easy.
to do.
Just to clarify,
we
by
wanted to be
boxy, you mean
ambitious.
like how each room
Like
is
exact
essentially a box?
squares,
Yeah,
Everything's
every room in
square, the doors are
Dungeoneering
in the
looks
same
like a
place.
square. Yeah. Let's go next one.
Next one is NPC Spawner Proto 1. Here we go.
Oh.
Chaos, okay.
This is a fun one.
Okay, go ahead.
So the next NPC I tried out, so I wanted to put boss spawns in, and the most logical choice is the Chaos Elemental, who doesn't do anything silly. So I had a theory when testing this. I set the world to run at 20 times speed, and after what was the equivalent of 6 hours of real world time, the Chaos Elemental had managed to teleport me from the start portal to the end portal as a kind of like proof of concept of the infinite monkey theorem. Like, yes, we can produce the full works of Shakespeare and complete a Shattered World for you. It will just take a long time. You can also see this is our test for the portals, because we weren't really sure if we could have these portals with essentially a second skybox in it. So Mod Chili knocked that up, and it that looked cool, and it moved with your camera rather than being just a static texture, which I think in the finished balls looks awesome.
Yeah, because you see the background and then that one's over the top, kind of on the middle of the pool.
All right, NPC Spawner Proto 2.
This one's a little bit more realistic selection of monsters. So we've got a group of monsters here. You'll notice when we played through. Yeah, you'll notice when we played through, you would have a world with elves on it, and you would see a bunch of different elves. And this is kind of the first proof of concept with that, where you see some trolls, and we had a group of trolls.
Ones, yeah.
And then we had a few unique things where you can see the Cowfly Queen.
I'm not sure if any of those actually survived till the end. Wyvern's got killed off, KQ got killed off.
Yeah.
Do we still have trolls? We definitely have a lot of Bandosians, but
I think we have trolls.
I think we have to.
we might have trolls still.
Alright, next up is the concept for the Crimson Guard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, so this was the original version of the Abyssal Knights.
And the actual
very first concept.
and the actual style of the armor hasn't changed much.
No, not
It's
at
just
all.
the colour scheme.
Yeah.
Mainly what's changed because it's too Zamarakian, wasn't it?
Yeah, you
That-
can
that
just
was the
tab
main
through
piece of feedback, yeah.
through all of these pretty quickly.
And these are another. This is not Crimson Guard concept.
Oh yeah, this is the Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah, so this is the evolution, and we were trying to decide on colours for this.
And as you can see, we didn't decide on the colour, so we went with white.
I think we were kind of trying to stick with the Saradomist style of Temple Knights, but not going super far for the Gothic Sea Void Knight thing, because they're not really very green anyway.
Alright, next one is a certain guard. Do you want me to read the file name?
Yeah, go for it.
Boba Fett Guard.
So it doesn't have enough of the red, but I always saw that and for him. I think we've got another color palette for this guy as well afterwards. We really spent a long time on that.
Alright, next one up is this one.
Oh,
Yeah, so
different
that's
colours.
the full suite. And I think we ended up going with the one on the left and didn't change it very much after that.
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright, Dawn of Cabbage World.
Oh.
I believe I know what this is. It's loading and now.
So if anyone has played... Oh, wait, hang on.
No, it's not that.
This isn't the one I'm
This
thinking
is Dawn
of.
of Cabbage World.
So,
This
yeah.
is the beginning of Cabbage World.
So this is our first tile set. This is the Alpine Tile set. So this is based mostly on like Misthalin and Asgarnia and that kind of region. It's like farmlands and forests.
Some of the great features of this one, as well as lots of cabbages, is the well, what Chili like. He laid out all these tiles. He made all these tiles. It's like I'm going to break it up a little bit. I'm going to put cabbages in here every once in a while. And he didn't quite understand how many tiles we had. Also, in this version, you could pick them up. So
you could actually take cabbages and eat them.
the world would spawn and you could run around filling your inventory with cabbages.
Amazing.
And this was also before we gave you free food. So it was also really annoying because you'd click on a monster and be like,
So, no, I'll just take this cabbage.
I'm not going to fight.
I'm not interested in these guys punching me in the face. But
Alright, next
So
one.
a difference you might notice from this, from the previous ones, is that this is, again, kind of a bit boxy. This was us testing just does the tile set work, and then we'll probably see in some of the late screenshots that goes away a bit.
Montoom, I'm going to throw this one to you. I think you know where I'm about to put up.
Oh.
This is called Head Eye Contest.
Oh,
this is the best one.
this is a beautiful screenshot.
Coming to you in 3, 2, 1, boom.
So with this screenshot, one of the problems we faced was how do you indicate that a NPC has a mutator on him? So as you can see, we've tried with kind of circles around their ground or stuff like that. But then someone suggested head icons. And then we thought, oh, we can do head icons, but can we do head icons for sort of each mutator? So this was a kind of test to see what lots of head icons look like on lots of NPCs at once.
When you have 10 mutators.
When you have 10 mutators on every NPC. And this kind of proved our point that we shouldn't do it.
Like we wanted to see the worst case when making the decision, and this is a terrible case. I also think it crashed NXT
Eventually,
multiple times.
So decided to move away from that and move towards an interface.
I mean, someone in chat is saying it hurts in capital letters. It did hurt.
Well, you can tell how old this is because Vic was actually in Burthorpe at the time you guys had been deving this as well. just to give you a bit of context behind that, that was a few months back as well.
And thankfully, what we have actually done is you might see in a few other later progress images, we changed to kind of a head icon that would change to one head icon that would change to kind of display like how many mutators.
So it starts green and becomes red and
yellow.
And
now we have
red
gone with a version of that now as well.
A couple of things that I've just noticed from this one, I didn't notice when I was going through the images. This is the first one with the skybox in.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not quite the final skybox, but you can see it's the first version. It might be the one grabbed from Tusker, actually.
Did we not use Tusker for the portals? I think we used it for the portal skybox originally.
And this is also the first one where you got like the so we've got extra floating rocks, not just the skybox. I'm talking about on the right there, where this is the first time we started putting in like the blank spaces, filling them in with some geometry.
All right, next up is called Big Tile's Mate. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1, go.
One of the things that I really wanted to try that we didn't have in Dungeoneering was having big rooms or different sized rooms. I say rooms, I mean like kind of tiles, because obviously all Dungeoneering rooms are this set size.
1 by 1s.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the trial for can we have a double size room? And in the live version. Well, not in the live version, in the version going up Tuesday, we actually have quadruple-sized rooms to break it up a bit, make it a bit more interesting, and to also sometimes give you a bigger play space. And this, this proof of concept was very quick to put together. This took like half an hour. And the actual version that we can ship with is like 2,000 lines of mess. It's like the biggest part of the level generator is like, oh god, all right, how do I resolve 4 tiles in 1 bit?
Right, the next one is called Tile Set 2 Vampire Effects. I believe if this is what I think it is, I'm actually very sad this isn't in with Shattered Worlds. So here we go.
What is it?
I wish this was in because it's got amazing effects, that's all I'm saying.
So yeah, the second tile set is based on Vampirium and taken elements from Darkmire. And yeah, it's got these lovely like effects over
Hallucination effect from River of Blood.
Yeah, that's the one.
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool. It makes some people feel a little bit sick.
Yes.
And it's also super, super dark.
Yeah.
It wasn't very playable at all.
You
couldn't see anything.
It's great for looking at, terrible for playing.
Right. Next one is Rise of the Planet of the Cabbage. I think you guys know what this is.
So yeah, so if anyone has played the when the community development team was a thing, they made a tool to do like faction battles, and the Nebraska Prime one had these massive cabbages. So we just took loads of NPCs from the faction war thing, and these were one of the ones that came out. But their anims are horrible, like super, super twitchy. So they eventually got taken out, but they were just rolling around.
Mod Raven fought for them for so long, and then I think just one Friday after he'd left, they got commented out. I told him.
So someone's brought up the skulls above the planet. What are they about?
And so, as you could see from the previous images, head icons were a bit much, and we had a bit too many of them. So we decided to, for this progress stuff, steal the bounty hunter icons. And basically, the kind of intensity of the mutators on that enemy would increase, would change the level of the skull icon kind of on that NPC. And we did go with a version of that in the final game. Obviously not with the bounty hunter icons, but with different ones.
All right. Next up, I believe this is something that isn't going in. It's called Villain Concept. We have 2 of these, so I'll show the first one.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, here we go. Take it away.
So this is someone we had to cut for time constraints, but you'll hear her mentioned in the intro dialogue. So this is someone who is associated with the Abyssal Knights, nearly said Void Knights. This is the Anima Witch. So basically, she's been messing around with the Anima in Shattered Worlds and kind of corrupting it to her own ends, and has kind of gone off into the Shattered Worlds. So the Abyssal Knights are also chasing her through there to try and catch up with her. Yeah, this is the very first concept of it.
And the second one, which is a lot more final, so to speak, I absolutely love this. I'm actually very upset we didn't get to use this. And it didn't... Is it going in? Oh, apologies. Bear with me a second. You're going to have to keep talking.
Let's vamp for a bit. One of the things that we really wanted to get in with this, and is going to be very obvious when I say it, is that we wanted to have a villain that was kind of post-invention. That was, for lack of a better word, inventive. Was looking at this, looking at Shattered Worlds and like, this is opportunity. This is something that we can harness. This is a source of improvement.
Yep, and you can see there she's got this big weapon that she's made and augmented and so on, and her whole arm down there on her right arm, left arm is entirely like mechanical and augmented and kind of powered up because she's actually quite old, but she's used this augmentation to try and rebuild her body back to her old strength from when she's in her youth.
Apologies, I think I've managed to crash the program somehow. I'm fixed there. Just bear with me.
No.
1 moment. Sorry, we will get through this. Don't worry. I'm too stubborn to not let us get through this.
There was a question I saw on there earlier, which was how long did it take from development time from start to finish?
Oh.
So, from us starting in earnest, 5 months. Just
before Christmas, right?
Yeah. We did some exploratory work before Christmas.
Okay, I've saved it. However, sorry.
We're going to continue answering this question. But
sorry. I just want because this is going to look a little bit different. You're going to see it as in if it's Windows Image Preview, I think it's called.
Okay.
So just as an FYI. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to answer a different question that keeps coming up.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of the questions that keeps coming up is Shattered Worlds cooperative? And Monteg's already answered this in one of his tweets. But for launch, Shattered Worlds will be single player only. However, we've kind of made it so hopefully with a future update we will be able to make it multiplayer. But at the moment that isn't planned.
Yeah.
So Shadow, we did just answer your question about co-op.
Yeah. It's a consideration that we took into account when we were developing it, but we knew there'd be a lot of extra cost with handling 2 players. It sounds silly, but trust me, it creates a lot of extra quirks.
It's something we didn't have the time to do, but we've made arrangements so that we could do it without a huge amount of hassle.
Odd question. Rocket Nova asking the odd questions. How does she wipe? But anyway, we're not going to answer that one. Okay, so with a bit of luck, we should have the second one up now.
This is the final concept. So she's had a lot of feedback from both us and
she looks so
some of the other art guys, and she's super badass.
Very sinister too.
The Slayer helm should work for the Shattered World Slayer, but I wouldn't recommend it as you don't know what enemies you're going to get in the worlds as you kind of jump in.
You could bring it as a switch if you really wanted to.
I mean, if you really want, you can just run in with a whole inventory of Slayer masks and hope for the best.
Having said that, if one of the challenges happens to be your Slayer task,
go for it.
Kind of a viable choice.
All right, next one, Snowtown.
Oh, so this is tile set 3.
So this was when snow was first implemented? The snow tiles, so to speak?
This isn't based on a particular world as such, but it's just, pardon the pun, it's very cool. So yeah, it's still quite blocky, still quite square. We haven't got much of the... So we basically had our environment guys just focusing on making tile sets, and this one was like a lot different from the Vampirian one and the Alpine one. We've gone for the variety with those there.
Sorry, Kersey. What made you decide not to put Spirit of Battle in the reward shop?
Because Mod Timbo asked me not to.
All we need to know. All right, next up is...
That's the primary reason.
Very early Elf Town.
Oh, you can see a lot of placeholder in this.
Yeah.
But I thought that would be interesting to show. One of the things you can notice is that the portal's taken a step closer to what it actually ended up as. That was a kind of a prototype of the shape now, rather than the having the skybox inside it. But yeah, you can see that this is us beginning a
Tarthiad.
I always go for Tardiad. Because I can't that.
Because that would make sense if you read it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but you can see. So the first thing we built after the just the block for testing was when Charlie and Mod Lucaf made some templates. So we figured out where all the entrances to tiles had to be, how many of these we need, how many big pieces we need. Made all blank versions of all of those, so that when they made a new one,
they can just copy paste them over,
and then start filling it in.
And then theme them up.
And you can see bits of that. You can see it underneath the portal. There's a big red 3, I think.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, to mark the variant.
This is that number tile set.
All right, next up, we'll get to bring in moderator finally.
Hello.
Take it away.
Oh, this is your handiwork.
Premium. This is what the actual final start screen doesn't actually look too dissimilar to this, minus colour schemes and whatnot.
And minus a tab at the top.
And yeah, you see the high score stuff there. So originally we was going to have high scores where time came into it. We was going to have like time-based high scores where between each checkpoint, who had the best time to do it, essentially, to add some form of competition. It didn't make it in time from the engine guys. It's something that they had to do for us to help us out. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
They're super busy as well.
Yeah, they're very busy, so we weren't as their top priority. So unfortunately, that didn't actually quite make it in there. So that's why when you saw the start screen earlier, what is the high scores section on there was actually just a graphic.
I think we have another interface similar to this as well.
Oh, that's just unlock world.
Yeah,
you can
it's the
skip
same
that one.
So I just actually before I do, there's a preset name there that says Shattered Worlds Melee. Does that mean new preset names are coming in?
No.
They're not. Oh, okay.
I think I may have left one in called. I made 4 originally. It was like Shattered Worlds Melee, Range, Mage, and Hybrid.
Yeah.
I then realised.
Is this before you had bank presets for it?
No, this is bank presets.
Okay.
I made the new bank preset. But then I realised localization's a thing.
Text sizing,
that
right?
text is way too long, yeah. So I think there may be one for Shattered Worlds, but it's just called Shattered Worlds and there's only one.
Fair enough.
There may not be one for Shattered Worlds. I can't remember what I deleted.
All right, next one is overlay underscore maxed 1.
Where are you?
Oh.
This is the, is that the gnome on there?
No, it's not.
Is that not a gnome?
Yeah.
Go to the next one. Is there a gnome on it?
Oh, okay.
We need a
Yeah,
dense, we need
there
dense
we go.
gnome.
There we go.
So this
So you want the gnome?
Yeah, you see the gnomes there?
yeah. So these are placeholder icons for mutators.
These were the placeholder items for the mutators, indeed.
There you go.
The reason we use gnomes was because when you do training here, a lot of your training revolves around gnome ball. So when I thought I need a placeholder graphic that's not a black square, the first thing that came into my mind was gnome.
You mean content dev training, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Content dev training.
Yeah, we kind of as content dev training, we jump in, we look at Gnome Ball as a game, we kind of change bits of it and kind of play around with it to see what we can change and break.
Yeah.
All right, next up is overlay small.
And again, you can go to the next one as well.
Are you not proud of your work?
I am, but the next one's better. You can see drop downs and stuff. Look at that.
Beautiful.
yeah.
More gnomes.
So even more gnomes. This is just prototyping the fact that we can split all of the active mutators into positive and negative and having them in separate drop-down menus.
Sean, is it worth making them bigger?
Same, man.
Is it worth zooming in?
You want to zoom in?
Is that what I want?
There you go. We want to zoom of those
We can
placeholder
see it now as
icons.
well.
Oh, I can see it too.
There you go. All right.
So yeah, that's just a positive.
Yeah.
Positive and negative.
Next one is the end screen. Again, it's you.
Oh man.
Got a big
Oh,
block.
this is the first end screen.
So this
Of
is this hasn't changed too much. Obviously there was going to be the high scores on the right hand side, which got replaced by a graphic. The score breakdown, you can see there's actually a few more sections in there for like percentage cleared, bonus anima, and mutator bonus. There were just some ideas that I had as to how we can grant bonus anima, but in the end, again, down to time constraints that had to get stripped out. So it is just now based on the amount of anima that you collected within Shattered Worlds, plus any bonuses that you got for the first time you reach a certain
And
world.
certain objectives and so on.
Also,
Subjects, etc.
the font for checkpoint
Oops,
reach.
sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Ooh.
I wonder where that came from.
The font for checkpoint reach is really annoying because all the text isn't the same size.
It is.
I have to point that out 'cause it
font
bothers
that's there, which is wrong.
The perils of early dev, right?
Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Is
you-
this broken as
have you
well?
broken that
Have
one
you
too?
crashed a second image program? We're going to run out.
This is actually impressive for me.
Can you open it in Paint, please?
Right, I'm going to you guys in full screen in a second.
Whoa.
Okay.
There you go.
Hi.
Oh, we can see us.
Well, we're halfway through our
Progress images.
What the-
timeline of Shattered Worlds. Shauny's desperately looking
We got it. We got it.
for another application to open.
Right.
Okay, well,
Oh,
we don't
hey,
have that
side
much.
objective number 3.
The treasure goby.
We didn't come across this. I didn't get to kill a goby. Yes.
So this is an anima creature that has taken on the form of a goby.
It's not a real goby, of course.
It's Christopher, the special goby.
Yeah. So you can fight these guys and you can kill them, and they give you tons and tons and tons of anima. But you have to live with the fact that you just killed a
No,
goby.
and that does mean you can technically kill me as well because I am one of the goby names.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
it can roll for Shauny.
So yeah, have fun
They
with that
are,
one.
if you don't want to kill a goby, they are entirely optional.
No, I'm so glad we didn't come across one. I'm so happy. All right, next one is called the Very Good Height Map Test.
Avoiding the very bad one.
Talk about this one, Dave.
So this was a good thing to put in.
This is a slight bug. One of the other things that I feel like is kind of lacking in Dungeoneering is that it's completely flat, and it sounds silly, but it looks kind of a little bit more boring because of that. So one of the things that we got in Shattered Worlds was actual height variance. This is a test of that wasn't supposed to have that extra layer of blank texture there. But yeah, this is where we were testing, trying to get bumps in. I feel like it really helps make the world feel a lot more
ramps and slopes. And
it feels more natural, varied, feel more natural. I think we've got a couple more images of the same sort of thing. I think a problem that you're going to see. One problem is that you can see the edge of the skybox.
And the skybox had a massive hole in the bottom for a long time.
All right, next one is a height map success, skybox broken.
Yes. So one of the problems with the way that we managed to get the skybox in, where we managed to get the height map in, is that it broke the way the client decides what the skybox is. We very nearly had to save out like 5 times as many maps for Shattered Worlds just to fix the skybox, but luckily the engine team did come to our aid on that one. You'll see probably about the next 10 screenshots have no skybox, and then it will turn again in a bit.
Height map rebroken.
Hey!
So that's a fun little bug right there.
Yeah. So the first versions of the height map that you saw.
Also, rockfall. What?
So, as I was developing the mutators, I decided, as a good way of kind of feedback...
Oh, what a way to appease the Telos players. Rocks everywhere.
A good way to kind of test them was just to get the NPCs to say whatever mutator they were about to do. Which also made for some funny stuff when we were doing head icon tests, when they had all 10 mutators on them, and they would say all 10 mutators at once.
Yeah. Right, Dave, sorry.
Just filled.
So in the first few tests, we had one height map, and we put that down, and it was the same for every world. And then we went on to having like 4 different variants and choosing between those. And what I then tried to do was to rotate it so that we got some extra free variants. I got the rotation wrong the first time, and because the heights don't line up, we got all these weird-looking ditches.
We got some PS1 graphics here.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a few more interesting weird bugs with the height map as well. Because we've got various pieces of scenery that we reused here. So the major one was the Tarthead World Gate. So we had a copied version of that, but it was super slanted and stretched and was awful, so we had to just rip that out, which is a shame, because it's a nice piece of kit.
So moderator needs to go to the toilet, hence why he has just run away. So we're going to try and make it... Okay, next up is Chest's prototype.
Hopefully this is not his.
Hey, so this is the original chess world.
So originally I needed to, we knew we were going to instance a section of the world, but we had nowhere in the world to instance, so I typed in some random numbers, and I got some
You got a SAR tunnel.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what they were called. I didn't want to say loud people. And basically originally we were going to have more than one chest, and you kind of can unlock various chests at once. And we were tempted to have these chests in the actual physical world as well. Basically the big premise for this was your chests might have physical loot and stuff like that, and you'd open them and they would like throw your if you got plate bodies, they would throw your plate bodies all around you, and you'd have to kind of run around and pick them all up.
So this was...
I'm sorry, please read that.
Dear. This is also, you can see, there's lots of coins around, but they're not actually coins. Coins were the placeholder model for...
I think the placeholder was Zima marks, if we're going to be super specific with them. Anyway...
next one
but this was super exciting because it was the first time we'd like done massive fountain animations of all the stuff.
And now I'm going to queue up the Beams Mate image.
And I added in a check to make sure loot beams appeared, and we had this, and that was when that came up in sprint review, everyone was kind of over the moon with it.
Oh, nice, loads of loot beams.
However, in a point much later than this, we decided that we didn't want to have to create a drop table that produced items and have it relevant from world 1 to world 50 to world 100 and so on, because it was just going to be so complicated. It would be so many variations to just stick with
So yeah,
Anima, so there's no loot.
You just get Anima, and you might unlock the pet if you're super lucky.
All right, next one is the Mulligan interface, i.e. the mutators.
Oh,
So this is original.
Dense, really.
So the descriptions were kind of placeholder at this point, as you might imagine.
Those graphics are fine though.
Yeah,
The
this
graphics are finalised, right?
another kind of prototype interface to see. So basically, so you can get your mutators, you can select them and see what you want as a kind of a proof of concept to make sure it would work. And yeah, we added the gnome ball as well because that's what we were taught.
Because lol.
All right, next up is the hub area idea.
Oh, so this is the first kind of block out environment for the hub. So you kind of got the
Seamless.
like
Nothing happened.
Oh, welcome back, Mod Urinator.
Mod Urinator. That's what people are now calling it.
Oh no.
From Mod.
that's all over Twitter.
Vibrator, creator,
Oh,
data.
Jesus.
Mod e-data. Nice.
Love dungeon. 200 move foot. No,
Oh
never mind.
dear.
No,
All
never
right,
mind.
the hubs, go ahead.
But yeah, immediately we've already got the basic shape that went into the final build. We've already got the two portals in the entrance. We had like these kind of statues, just as a first kind of idea, I guess. They got cut eventually, but
Well, they got refined into slightly different statues in a different
that's
position.
true. And the checkpoint worlds took one of the statues as well. So
Yeah.
Alright,
We've
next
got
up-
a lot more height in it after this point, which might
I
be the next
understand.
image actually.
And next up is
You do,
Yeah.
Miss Dench.
My one funny.
the next one is Revenge of the Skybox.
hey, Skybox is back.
They fixed it.
With Mazcab lighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have tile set 5 here, which is based on Mazcab. We still don't have the final portal, but we still got the kind of shape there. And you would have seen it in the intro to this live stream, I guess. The skybox actually rotates a full 360, which is really, really cool to look at.
Might have to steal them for a certain project, maybe. We'll have to see. Next one is tile set 1, yo.
So yeah, I think this is the point where we'd finished tile set 1.
Yes, it is.
I do
think
love the
this is
little debug text as well. That's really cool.
I think this is probably the point at which Shattered Worlds
Was actually like playable and
was
like,
truly playable.
hey everyone, go play this and give us some feedback.
Yeah, this is quite close to what we have now. Obviously, like some of the graphics have changed. One of the things you'll note, I think it's in this image and the next few.
So this image was the 13th of February, just to give you an idea of timescale here.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is longer ago than I thought.
Yeah, there we go. Next image. Yep.
Yeah. So you'll see if you look at the mutators that are active, there's actually quite a lot. When you're actually playing, you will probably get about 5 mutators at absolute
Maximum,
most.
Yeah. This is the point where we had 10 worlds between checkpoints as well.
Yeah, and you could get up to 10 mutators, and
Chaos ensued.
It
The
would be
10th world, yeah.
absolutely crazy.
was just a nightmare.
The amount of mutators you will get per world will increase as the difficulty and world level increases as well.
Yeah.
So you are more likely to get more mutators on world 100 than you
And
are
you're
on
more
world
likely
3.
to get the negative ones further on as well.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Gobi Hub.
Oh, so that was fun. So we mapped everything down in the hub and all the NPCs and everything. And then we put out the Lumbridge Crater update and made it nice and green and verdant. And then we merged that back out. So if you guys don't know, we work in separate streams. So we have the main stream, which is like the live game, and then each team is working on a project in their own stream, which is basically live plus their new stuff. So we have to merge all the new stuff in from live. And when we merged the Lumbridge Crater in, it deleted all of the NPCs back to the test map. So we placed some gobies down as placeholders.
The player is not dabbing, by the way. That's the Nomad Sandstorm Walk, or something walk. I can't remember. what it's called.
Sandstorm Walk? I
Yeah,
think.
is it Sandstorm Walk? It probably is.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
Darude.
Next one is really. Next one's another Gobi Hub image.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the hub kind of taking a bit more shape. So we've got the huge portals now, and a bit more of like the staging area at the front.
You got them going now. All right, next up is the shield. This might be a bit small on the image, by the way, but yeah, it's the shield.
Oh, scroll in, zoom in.
So mistakenly, I was like, oh, this is the concept for the shield, but no, this is the actual model on the NPC.
I think the next screenshot is the NPC for which the shield goes with.
So this is Keaton Descartes. He is the kind of de facto leader of the Abyssal Knights. He's the guy to go to for lore and intro.
Next up is a draft of the mutator icons. Talk to us about this. So there they all are. Right? Some of these are not in. Is that correct?
All of the mutators.
All of those mutators are in.
The graphics are not necessarily the same graphics as what
you might have to zoom in a bit more so I can read them.
A bit more?
For instance, Hydra, which deck loves.
Can you read them?
A bit more.
We got explosive, combustion, static, Hydra, power grow, electric, volcanic, freezing, rockfall, die together, protector, feeling pumped, hungry, suffering, restoration, charged, blood money, catastrophic, we should talk about that one, zombie apocalypse, laser nodes, unstable rift, vampirism on the NPC, and honorable. There you go.
Do you want us to go through them one by one?
I think let's go for the ones that we have stories for. Let's not explain every mutator.
Let's go for our favourites.
I mean, electric's a good one, right?
For a really long time.
Catastrophe. Please talk about catastrophe.
We'll talk about
this. For a really long time, when electric came in, everything was placeholder values, and those placeholder values stayed for quite a long time in development. An electric you basically, as 100% chance you'd hit an NPC, it would then deal 100% of that damage you'd hit to that NPC to I think 5 more NPCs around it. So by far, electric was the mutator to pick.
It was OP as all hell. Like, you already want to be doing AoE just to take monsters out and just rush through the world. But with like Dragon Breath and Corruption Blast and Electric Mutator and like Charged, you were just doing ridiculous amounts.
You picked you pulled effectively the whole world. You picked an ability and you killed the whole world.
It was a sad day that we nerfed it.
Sorry.
Catastrophe, please talk about it. Please.
So this is Mod Stew's handiwork.
And this was based off a player suggestion as well.
Yeah, anyone who's played long enough to have seen random events or plays old school may well know about Evil Bob. If you pick that mutator, he turns up and starts draining your stats. And in the first build...
Oh god, jeez. Yeah.
In the first build, he would just wreck your run energy down first so you couldn't escape him. Then he starts stealing life points, and it was horrible. Like, that was the avoided to avoid.
Summoning.
That was the mutator to avoid.
Run. HP.
He would also, if you opened the interface to go to the next world...
Would he close it?
Close it. Oh. So you could only complete a world if you clicked very quickly.
All right.
If you got too far away from him, he would tele-jump to you.
I think we haven't updated...
Don't go for the next one. There is an icon, one of these icons I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Hydra.
So if you look at Hydra,
which is number 4,
this is something that I kept giving as feedback for a very long time. You'll notice it's not a Hydra. You'll notice it's in fact a Cerberus.
Was that your point you wanted to make?
This man was incredibly passionate about
I brought this up every day for 2 weeks.
It took about 4 revisions to make it a Hydra.
Right.
The problem was that there was not that much space in there. There's like a 28 by 28 grid, and to get
these are the full size ones. These are the full size ones that go on the Mulligan interface. But obviously, we have to have the little ones to go inside the actual HUD interface. So everything had to fit well in both of them. Like trying to get feedback through was like hit and miss.
Yeah. So we're going to come up to a more updated image, I believe now. So talk to us about this one.
Look, a Hydra!
It's a Hydra.
This doesn't have all of the final ones, but it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit since here.
But these are all the mutators they
You've got your Hydra at last.
I think Suffering's changed, I believe. I think that's now a red.
Changed. Die Together has changed. Charge.
Someone said that static face is amazing. Let's zoom in on that, shall we?
That's the final.
So with the static mutators, I'll explain it as we're going with it. The longer you'll stand still, the more damage you'll take
from NPCs.
From NPCs.
So if you get that on World 3000, good luck.
You have to keep moving.
Yeah. So it's not too bad, but once you get like 12 stacks, it's like, I should probably get out of here.
People try to mimic the face with your
I think it caps at 20 stacks, and I think that deals 200% damage.
Extra damage, yeah.
There we go. All right, next up is Pet Anim Whip. This is the animation whip of the anima.
Yeah, so this is, we had Mod Chambers model all of the. Well, he was modeling the pets individually and passing them on to Mod Victor so he could animate them. Like the problem we have with graphics is that we have to go through a pipeline of concept and modeling and animation. You have to do it in that order, otherwise it doesn't work. So it's kind of splitting them up and sort of passing them on. So Mod Victor got to animate this before it got textured. And this is a screenshot from one of the videos. So we showed this off in one of our reviews and it got like really positive feedback.
The next image is...
Can I answer that question now?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer anything you see, just jump in and answer.
Brightfire, is there any purpose to choosing negative mutators? It's a case if you don't get a choice.
Yeah.
So
when
on,
you
so
get a
on a
choice.
mutator mulligan, you'll either get...
Okay, go on, moderator, you were saying? Go ahead.
Go on.
Essentially, all the mutators are split into either positive, negative, or neutral. Are there any neutrals in there?
There's
Yes.
Is that the cyan?
Yes, but the
cyan
neutral,
colour, right?
the
They come
neutrals
up
can
with
be put on
negatives.
either.
They come up with negatives. So when the mulligan comes up, the three options that you'll get will either be all positive or they will be all negative. So there's no choice but to pick the negative if you get.
You just have to pick the least worst one.
You have to pick the least worst one, yeah.
Another question from the chat. WIP is for work in progress.
Yes. All right, next up is new portal. This will be when the portals came in.
Portal. We finally got it.
So by the looks of this image, you finally got that portal on the 8th of March 2017.
Yep.
There you go.
I think a day after this, the sides animated, because initially they were static, and we got the nice animated ones that we have now.
All right, next up is RuneScape Tile's early cheese pool.
So Tiles at 7 based on RuneScape. This is the super early whip version.
Yeah. This is the...
With the cheese lava.
Yeah, this is the... We've spent 3 hours on it. What do you think of the concept? And yet, Mod Lucaf kept trying to convince me that it was really okay if we had big pools of walkable, weird-looking lava. And I told him to stop putting grilled cheese on the map. So now there's only teeny tiny patches of it.
And it's not cheese lava anymore.
Yeah, it's not cheese lava, and we know I don't want walkable lava in there.
All right, moderator, coming to you next because I believe the next image is Mulligan Improved.
That is Tom.
Apologies, that's Toom. Toom, go ahead.
So this is just a updated version of the Mulligan interface when we had kind of the big icons and effectively like a lot more I can't words. A much nicer description of our mutators.
Everyone's saying why Dench has gone from Power Grows. I think it was from Feeling Pumped, but regardless.
It was Feeling Pumped.
Yeah.
It was just a joke of mine.
So it was you who did that?
Tim tried to take credit for earlier, but I had to put him in his place.
Yeah. We had to update them, make them a bit more descriptive.
Like, Catastrophe used to be Beware of the Cat, and I loved that.
Beware of the Cat sounds awesome.
You were super mad.
We did
There's
petition to
nothing
keep
about it.
Beware of the Cat.
You were super mad when I changed it to make it actually describe what
By the way,
did.
it says buff you some stats. That is changed, I believe.
These images are not final.
The text as well is not final.
One of the other problems with Catastrophe was because
everyone went, oh cool, a cat.
Yeah, well also because the text is so mysterious, like beware of the cat, that sounds great. And then it's, Evil Bob is going to destroy you! So like your first impression of Shattered Worlds was, ooh, cat, which wasn't a great like playtest experience.
All right, next up is Treasure Land Improved.
Hey, it's no longer Tsar.
Yeah, so this is a Checkpoint World, but it's one of them. At this point, I think we only had one, right?
Yes.
And Moduli was like, oh, we could probably make one for each tile set. It won't take very long. We'll just reskin them, put different props in there. So it's like, yeah, cool. And it took no time at all. So it just runs randomly. I think it just rolls 1 in 7 and gives you any of the checkpoints.
We've got, there's not another screenshot for it, but if you pay attention to earlier in the stream, there's no bank in there yet, and there's a slightly different chest, and I think the portals are a different colour.
At the front of the statue, right?
Yeah, and the second portal isn't a Matrix reference.
All right, now we're coming to moderator. End screen image coming up right now.
So you can see that it was very late that the score breakdown stuff got cut.
23rd of March for context.
This is okay, so that's literally like
a month
ago.
Yeah, and that was still in there. So it was a very last decision to remove those 3 elements of how to calculate your score. And so you can see the addition of the graphic in there as well now. That's not the final graphic, I don't think that's in there. I mean, you can see there's backgrounds and stuff on that, which I don't know, I can't see from here.
You can see...
Is that transparent around his head?
Let's zoom in. Oh, I've lost my mouse.
It doesn't matter. Either way, that's the general idea of what the actual end interface would look like.
Alright, and then another one for you is the start screen, which is now looking obviously a lot better.
And again, it's just the finished version.
That's not far off.
The colour scheme's all been fixed to be consistent between both columns. It's got the equip me and the feed me stuff in there as well now, and obviously the graphic on the side. The
bank chest is not the Tai G2 chest, by the way. It's its own chest. Just to clarify, because obviously they saw the old...
It's updated and it's like its own cracked chest now, so...
and then we got 3 more images. The next one is Hub, which I imagine is the Hub coming together, although the Gobies are still there.
Yeah. The Gobies were there until about 2 weeks ago.
This is the 31st of March, this image.
Yeah.
So this is 4 weeks ago.
So, yeah, I had to... We kept mentioning that the NPCs weren't there, and it's like people were playtesting it, and going, "Why are the Gobies?"
Should have left the Gobies there.
But it did get to the stage where people thought we were having Gobies as our actual NPCs.
And I was like, I really need to just put a bug in so that someone fixes this.
All right, next up, pet rank work in progress images.
So yeah, you've got some of the concepts at the top there. So Mod Chambers was just working directly from those, modelling it from those basically, and these are like untextured apart from the top tier one, I think.
Yeah. So I think even the texture on that one isn't finished, but the models themselves are all done, and at this point, I think most of them were actually animated. They're in their equivalent of a T-pose here, but you would put them in the game and you would see the untextured version running around at this stage.
And then finally, image 53, the player kit conversion.
Hey.
Obviously, how the player's cosmetic outfit has been done, I imagine. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. That's, by the way, 2-hour stream and still going, FYI. We're going to switch to a full screen.
Probably not much longer.
Cool. Oh, no, wait, that's the in-game. I want to finish off with that. There you go. Sorry.
So that is what... that's what an update looks like.
From start to finish over 5 months.
That's 5 months of work.
Yeah. So we do hope you guys all enjoyed that, because that's something we've not really done before, RuneScape, should I say? I don't think. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that, is the main thing. And I just got to give a massive shout out to these guys on the couch who are still here at this ridiculous time at night with me, because normally it's just me doing these streams, but these guys wanted to come along to show off the work that they've been involved with for so many months, and it's looking pretty hype.
We're all excited, and it's going out on Tuesday.
So I got a bit of a question.
We've got to give a shout out to Shauny here for sort of like the amount of things that kind of he's done for this stream is phenomenal.
It's good fun.
He's been doing a lot of juggling. He's been having to run between
happy hour.
I did see
happy hour.
Mid-stream.
I did see you take a selfie as well over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Thanks, moderator. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
This guy can multitask.
He had to put up with all of our requests of like, oh well, can we go through this slideshow of images? Can we, show this some gameplay? Can we show X, Y, and Z? And so, thanks, Shauny.
We even almost scared him with moderator's rap.
Oh boy. Okay, so
that was a nice try.
So I'm going to ask a bit of a question to finish up. So first of all, what was the most favourite thing that you enjoyed working on this project the most? Moderator, will start with you and go across the way.
Ooh. When I wasn't doing the interface. For the most part, I was on interfaces for this project, which I don't actually mind because I got OCD, so I can make everything like pixel perfect, which everyone's now going to find places where it's not. But no, when I was doing the side objectives, so I did the 3 side objectives that are in there, which we saw a couple of them with the fountain and whatnot. It's actually content that you can interact with more than just an interface. So that was easily by far my favourite bit.
I have a love-hate relationship with the pet because there were so many bugs, and I'd find something and we'd get it fixed and it broke something else, or there were 2 more bugs that I didn't find before, and it was horrendous. But the more I played with him, the more I fell in love with him. And it got to the point where it's like, we need a name for these things, and everyone was just busy. So like, all right, I'll do it. So I just grabbed the concept art, put like 9 names on it, and just threw it out for feedback. And like 2 or 3 of them got changed. So he's kind of like my little baby now.
For me, it was definitely the first time we got into the game, and I think we had 3 or 4 mutators. I think we had explosive, we had the combustion one, rockfall, and something else, and we kind of jumped into the game, and it was chaos. Like the spawn rate of everything was times about 30 what it will be in live, and you couldn't see anything, and it was amazing.
I really, I mean, it's going to sound selfish. This is the bit that I worked on. I really enjoyed working like back and forth with our environment artists, Mod Chili, Mod Luceth, and like iterating on the level generator and getting the tile sets. So like because like there was a lot of stuff that we were keen to try, and we weren't sure if it was going to work. So it was really cool to see like both to see like, oh, we've got a new ice one, and this looks great, and we've got some new lighting, and then we got a vampire one, and see all those come together at the same time. It's like, can we make this not flat? Let's find out. Can we make big rooms? Let's see. And like that was really cool, trying to like iterate that on like just one up each other as a team.
He's one up in yourself.
Well, no, I mean, you know, Chili and Luke also.
You push the boundaries of what the generation can do, right? And
it's the second time we've used procedural generation, right? First time was with Ark Islands, second time is now with this, right?
Did we do it with...
We also had Dungeoneering.
No, but I mean, since
Forest.
it took a rather significant term, right? Because with Ark Islands, we had a load of engine stuff, right?
Was Nemi Forest the first one? It's sort of similar, right?
So
or is it different?
As far as I know, the timeline is Dungeoneering, Nemi Forest, Ark Islands, which is on a different system, and Shattered Worlds, which doesn't use the same thing.
Oh, it's not using the same system.
No, there's a prototype that used that, and it didn't produce very good gameplay spaces.
Fair enough.
There aren't screenshots of it because it was very, very, very early, and existed for only like 1 hour. When I tried it, it's like, no, not this.
All right, so I think, Dag, you're going to finish it off, because it's going to be awkward if I'm trying to finish off a stream if I'm not there talking, because you're going to just be sitting here trying to mimic me. So finish it. Go ahead, sir.
Bye. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for the last apparently 2 hours. God damn.
2 hours. We're coming up in 2 hours and 10 minutes.
If someone can finish World 3000 in 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, for your enthusiasm. I hope to see a lot of you playing Shadow Worlds on Tuesday. I hope to see a lot of you streaming it yourselves on Twitch. Yeah, thanks. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Buy the cars. They started me personally.
Oh.